What's up, everyone? It's the Interview Queen Alicia Toot here, and be sure to watch True Heel Heat.
Oye, te habla tío Sabio Vega. This is Sabio Vega, and you watching True Heel Hit a mi manera o pa' la calle.
What's going on, everybody? This is your former AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Once a champion, always a champion. Swerve Strickland. Whose house? Swerve's house. You're watching True Heel Heat podcast.
Yo, what up? You know what it is. It's your boy AJ Francis reporting to you live from New York City, the birthplace of hip-hop. And I'm telling you that I'm only tuned in with True Heel Heat Wrestling. Holla at me.
Hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom, SP3. We are live on the True Heel Heat YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter for AEWramble episode 197, Ascension versus Redemption. Discussing last night's May 7th, 2025 edition of AEW Dynamite as only we can. And of course, to do that, I am joined by my esteemed colleague, the man of 57,000 subscribers. You go to him for your TV and movie reviews, as well as your honest criticisms of Tony Khan and All Elite Wrestling. He is Jimmy Macram.
Who else is going to do it? Hello, ladies and gents. How the hell are you?
You are the one and only. We're it sounds like we're the only AEW Dynamite review still standing, which we said from the beginning. We've been the best AEW Dynamite review in the land, and now we're in a state where there ain't a lot of us anymore. So
who dropped
happy
out?
to still be standing. I'll get to it when we get to the comment that I see in the chat there.
Gotcha.
I see. This is the dedication that Jimmy Macram does. He doesn't listen to anybody else's review besides our own. He probably doesn't even listen to our own back.
No, I gotta find my money. So yeah, let's do it.
He goes like this. He was like, "Oh, listen to a little bit of this. Oh, I was cooking here, but
yeah, I do get caught up
here."
It's an interesting point.
Oh, so SP3 says something stupid here. Let me call him out on the next episode about that.
Never.
All the time, actually. But yes, we appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all for watching us on demand. Either way, show your appreciation back the simplest way possible. You could drop the thumbs up on this video. You could share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. And of course, you can sound off in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you guys. Hear your thoughts on last night's AEW Dynamite. As always, here on AEWramble. But of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to give back to what we do here, you want to make sure your comment is highlighted on screen and want to show your support to what we do here every Thursday with AEWramble, you could do so with a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to contributors that you see on screen with us here, and we always appreciate the support. We set the goal in the chat, so we're in a new month. So if we do hit our in-chat goal of 10 super chats today, we will be doing our Q&A, which has been so much fun over the last couple of months, next week. So let's see if we can hit that today. We do have our first super chat donation from the one and only Chuck Berries, hitting us up early action here. We appreciate you, Chuck Berries. Since you are the first, you get the microphone, so you can.
Come on now. Oh my gosh, Siobhan, what the hell is wrong with you?
That country accent pops out. Come on now.
Come on now. Chuck Berry says, "What's good, THH fam? I'm sorry, but to bring back Rhyno in his hometown of Detroit, Michigan, to have him do the job for Nick freaking Wayne, I echo Detroit sentiment. Bullshit." What Glad to see you're angry to start off the day. We always love that.
We're gonna put Nick Wayne in the fucking. We're not there yet. We're quickly heading towards that Sammy fucking Jack Perry category. Over there you go. I'm sorry. Over there you go. Our failed experiments. Like an evil DC villain. And over there you go. Tried to defeat the Batman, and that failed experiments over there. There you go. I'm sorry. Unlike our winning experiment, like Kyle Fletcher. I've always been a fan of. Huge
Let's save this revisionist history, son of a bitch.
The man put on weight, then he shaved it down. He takes his job seriously. Unlike he got rid of his carrying cross outfit, his entrance gear, started wearing some goofy pink shit. The man cares about the craft, which has got to count for something, does it not? Is it not?
I do appreciate you, because your newfound love of Kyle Fletcher makes you understand that you can change your opinion on some people, and now you understand why I like David Finlay now. So I gotta be able to move aside and take it. I gotta take this. I gotta just go with the strides and understand that we are one and the same. We evolve. We evolve as humans. So. Appreciate the super chat donation, Chuck Berries. I wasn't as upset. I kind of figured that when Rhyno comes out. I wish it was non-title, because Rhyno should have won. I do agree with that, though. Or I would have also loved if Monty Brown, because Monty Brown was apparently backstage. Give me Monty Brown coming out and pouncing Nick Wayne after the matchup, at least.
Oh my God! Please and thank you.
And then do the. That's my favorite part. My favorite part is the pounds, and he grabs the ropes and he wipes his brow with it. Pounds!
Oh, boy. You get fucked up.
Period.
It's fucking impossible. Goddamn shit.
We also got Annika here in the chat early with us today. Thanks, Annika, for joining us. She says, "Hey, the market has opened up for Dynamite reviews. Any chance Jimmy would wake up around 11? ?
Was that a real question? Sure. I mean, this is the only thing I set my alarm for during the week, to be honest with you. Other times I just wake up whenever I fucking happen to get up. I go to sleep at 5 in the morning, wake up at 1 if I have to, or 2, or 3. Go to sleep at 8, wake up at 4. It makes no difference to me. I have no boss. If I had
I mean, we were about to do this show at 12,
right
before yesterday. So
if I had the 11, I could. Who dropped out? I don't know any reviews.
So I think she is referring to, because Annika discovered us through my time over on I think Wrestle Talk. So I think she's talking about Wrestle Talk has stopped doing the Dynamite review, and we got a lot of heat apparently from the comments that I saw on the channel.
Well, I don't think you should kowtow to fucking nerds. No offense. Why? Why are we dropping the Dynamite review? At worst, well, not at worst, it is the 3rd biggest show of the week. Well, 4th biggest show of the week. Somehow fucking Shawn Michaels High School over there is bigger. So my question would be, why are you dropping the 4th biggest show of the week? I'm very curious.
I think their reviews wasn't getting as much clicks as they were before, mainly because of the inconsistency of television, of the AEW television last year. I think it still is having the effect on them, so they decided to drop it. So.
Damn, Jesus! But why didn't somebody inform the people that watch the reviews that AEW has doubled its audience? They should be seeing double the amount of viewers here. Clearly, every other business metric is down, but the viewership has doubled.
Because the viewership have doubled for them, not the reviews. You know, those people are way. You see, subjective math. We got Drake Carter II, who says, "Hello, SP3, Jimmy, and chat. Good to see you." Also got Zach Minger in the chat saying, "Hello, SP3 and Jimmy. Good to see you." We got Cairo's Objective, who says, Rhyno did business the right way, put over a young talent. I guess for Jimmy and Chuck, it's just the wrong young talent, right?
Right. We could pick a better one. You got to pick Nick Wayne.
Rhyno has not aged since like 2006.
I'll say his face looks exactly the same. And he's still got like that weird body type.
Yeah.
He was always really wide. It's kind of odd looking with like short arms.
He was wide and muscular when we first saw him in ECW, and then as he got older, he just became wide and fatter or thicker.
Yeah, thicker. Nice. Man, some thick men. Get out of here. Beat it.
We got Davion in the chat. He says, "What's up, SB3 and Jimmy? I'm so glad to join the chat live for another edition of AEWramble." Thank you, good sir. We got Zach sending his compliments here, saying nice t-shirt, SB3, nice hat. Jimmy's the hat collector. There you go. Thank you.
Only vice and horse.
We got Cairo's Objective, who sends us another super chat donation. Thank you so much for the support. So we'll give you one of our favorites.
I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
Cairo's Objective says, "Hola, peeps. Been listening for a while, and first super. Thank you. Appreciate that, man."
You brother?
Says, "Thoughts on the E using Grand Slam Arena Mexico to scout." I mean, they use most big time AEW shows. If they are using people that are unsigned by the company, they're going to probably try to scoop up the best one that they see, as we've seen with like Stephanie Vicara in the past. So wouldn't be surprised, especially with AAA only having like 13 people under contract. It would make sense that any CMLL talent that aren't locked into a deal would probably be scouted by WWE.
Listen, I worked out with Stephanie, so listen, whatever they want. Well, I'll be nice. I won't go quite that fucking far. I love Stephanie, but I'm not sure she's worth the job of 17 people. That feels egregious for some reason. I try not to rant about this because it's been so long ago. It's like a whole week. But What the fuck? I understand. I don't want to blame anybody outside of capitalism in general. But this is not gross. This is not like egregious shit.
What the WWE releases?
Yes, this is disgusting.
Yeah,
it bothers me a lot. Again, I can't blame them. I mean, you can, but it's capitalism. It's how the world works. When a company makes $50 million, they're not thought as $50 million. They go, how can we make $50 million and $1? That's just how it works, and it's fucking gross. I don't want to get arrested for communism, though. I don't want to get shipped to fucking El Salvador someplace. I'm just saying. Just a thought. Just my thought. Disgusting.
But like there's a lot of different businesses that do this kind of practice, but not all of them are like touting and bragging about their record-breaking profits all at the same time. Like this happens in most businesses, but they're not as you use the perfect word, egregious with it in like bragging, braggadocious. Look at our record grades, the biggest WrestleMania ever. Oh yeah, we got to cut you.
I don't know how we're going to do it. Oh, and some people are very confused about how this works. Some people, I've seen two sides of the spectrum saying, well, Triple H had no clue this was coming down. And other people saying, this is his call. You're both almost right. TKO decides there are going to be releases. And then Triple H decides who is going to be released. He was not shocked Dakota Kai got released. That was his call. That's how that works. Here's the conversation. Ready? It's an email or a message or a Zoom meeting or a meeting on the golf course. Here's how it goes. You start with something positive. Give me Amanda. Amanda from fucking TKO Human Resources calls Triple H, says, hey, Paul, want to congratulate you guys on a great job. WrestleMania was record profits. You and your team have done tremendous work, and we continue to see the work you put forward. By the way, we're going to need to free up between $1 and $2 million in the payroll. We're trying to reduce redundancies in the human resources department. If you could get that done, preferably by next week, but no later than next quarter, that'd be great. Best of luck to you. Bye. Then Triple H takes a fucking sheet of paper. He goes into a fucking room somewhere and he picks out fucking names. That's how it works. Sorry.
You got a future as TKO Human Resources. You did that really well. You did that really well. Like you had experience that. And you forgot the one part you forgot is, just please do it on a Friday so it gets lost in the weekend news.
Absolutely. Fucking egregious. It is disgusting.
It always happens. Like it always happens on a Friday right before SmackDown because they think that SmackDown will overcome that news and be the bigger news when SmackDown has been objectively the worst TV show of all wrestling for months now. So no, it did not take over the weekend news. That was still the main news of the whole entire weekend.
This ain't Roman SmackDown, buddy. This is not how that works. Yeah, it's fucking gross. Then they tried to dog them out about their work ethic or whatever. Now, I want to be clear about this. I don't know these people. So this report could be completely fucking accurate. But it was not released because it's accurate. It was released because it made them look bad. To be clear.
Yeah.
To be clear.
And that's why Cora Jade clapped back the way she did. And revealed that she's been body shamed by her bosses.
Yeah.
Which was a choice because out of all the releases, I think everybody and their mama was saying, "Well, Cora Jade's gonna be back. She's 24." Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah, she'll be back. I still think she'll be back.
I still think she'll be back, but it's just like, will WWE is Triple H as petty as his father-in-law? And
that's a good question.
Let's make her wait just a little bit. She didn't need to say
that. Bring her back as Piggy Cora. I could see that. Back in the day, I could see that. I don't know if that would happen these days.
We got Davion in the chat shouting out Monty Brown, saying Monty Brown should have been a world champion, man. I agree with that. Going back to the releases, though, who was the name that surprised you the most?
Probably Cora Jade was the most relative ease. I know a lot of people were shocked by Dakota Kai. I'm sorry. She has Patrick Ewing's knees. I can't pretend like that's not a thing. I can't pretend. But then again, Homegirl cost her job. Kept her job, rather. She got way more weight on her knees.
Who?
Lions.
Oh, yeah. She got the Austin knees.
I watched the clip of her trying to like taunt during an entrance, and I was like, this is some heinous shit. What is this? She's learned nothing while she's been there. What the fuck? Really? It's rough. It's fucking rough.
There you go. I love that. Oh, Nutty says Rhyno is future Jeff Cobb. Nah, Rhyno was never as athletic as Jeff Cobb is.
That's fucking rude.
He was quick.
Strowman was
quick.
Yeah. Strowman was a soldier, but I mean, we can kind of see that it's over, right?
Yeah. He got Patrick Ewing knees himself. He doesn't.
It's sad.
He doesn't run the same as he did back in 2017.
That's the only person this release is probably good for. Like, sir, you need to go home, take a nap. You need a lot, please.
And they were probably paying him like 6-7 figures to be a jobber to the next monster.
Yeah, I'm about to say that probably cleared up the most room. Strowman's probably got 2 or 3 releases worth of money.
Because that was the whole reason he got released the first time, is because he was making more than 6 figures, and they had to do the talent cuts. That was back in 2021 that he got cut. So that was like right after the pandemic. So
okay, fair enough.
We got Pigman Dog says, well, you see, WWE is short on money. They had no choice.
It's the budget. The budget says this many for wrestlers. Sign Jeff Cobb, 70 people got to go. It's just math.
Yeah, no, sign Jeff Cobb and Mariah May. We got to make room for Mariah. So
I forgot Mariah's coming. Is that worth it? Mariah and Stephanie for 17 people? I have to consider it at the very least. I have to at least think about it.
Frantic World says WWE trying to start a war between CMLL and AAA SMH. I've already said it once. I'll say it a billion times. Frantic World, CMLL and the war. They've been in a war for the past 2 decades. They are the Bloods and the Crips of pro wrestling. What are you?
I was about to say that. See, the government is the one that got them. No.
That's what they were actually created for. Like AAA was created off of people that left CMLL. That is like, they do not need WWE. I know, Frantic World, that you probably, saying that as being a novice and not knowing that information, but just to make it clear, WWE is not the reason why AAA and CMLL are in a war. They've been in war for years. Louisville with a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Louisville, for the support as well. Let's see what we got here for you.
Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
Louis says, needed to figure out an unprettier gore counter. Yeah, that would have been nice.
I was waiting for it.
Nice. Yeah, I was too.
Then it was over.
It kind of happened, and I looked down at my phone for a second, and I looked up, and it was over.
I'm not mad at it. I don't need to see a Tim and a Rhyno match, but it's Nick Wayne. I'm sorry. Are you guys still on the pretend to love Nick Wayne train? Let me know.
I like Nick Wayne. I think he's talented. He's only 19.
He's talented. What does that mean? So what? You can go to any fucking indie wrestling show to find somebody who's fucking talented who can do flips. See it all day. Homeboy almost killed himself in the X Division match. He could do a flip. I mean,
don't talk about my boy Leon Slater. We're friends.
I'm Team Leon Slater. Well, I'm not Team Leon Slater. I was impossibly stupid. And stop thinking that wrestlers are your friends. They don't care that much. But
no, stop thinking Matt Cardona is your friend. I am not ending up back in that wheelchair. Get the fuck out of here. I'm just saying. Lots of niggas who flip. Nick Wayne's not special.
Though he's on the taller side, I think.
He could put on some weight.
What's taking so long?
Maybe.
Kyle Fletcher did it in like 2 weeks.
He pretty much does look like Kyle Fletcher at 19, and we see what Kyle Fletcher is today.
I love that. So we predicting. I love this. You guys just think this is the pipeline? Nick Wayne to fucking.
He's gonna follow in the footsteps of Kyle Fletcher.
The Nick Wayne to fucking Will Ospreay pipeline. I'm sorry, they're not Pokemon. It doesn't happen like that over and over again. Sorry.
Well, Will Ospreay was that size when he was 19 too.
I was like, okay, gotcha. We're gonna have 3 Will Ospreays. I don't see it. I gotta tell you, don't quite see it.
Big Man Dog says TKO sets the budget and Triple H picks the people. Yes.
Yeah.
Basically.
It is what it is. And that nigga gun.
Yeah, that's why I gave when we talked about it on the Flagship podcast, I gave props to Sean. Sean did a whole stream, Sean Ross Sapp, after a lot of the releases were announced, and he said that. He was like, just so y'all know, I'm gonna make this clear. He literally had to bring it down like he's talking to some 8-year-olds. He was like, if Triple H wanted these people to stay, they would still be there. Like, stop. It's an issue going on that, and I think that this used to pretty much happen with Vince as well. Sometimes there would sometimes be people that would be like, oh, Vince didn't know about this, or Vince. No, it was most of it. It was always they blame Vince for it. Triple H seems to have, like, I think the equity of being a professional wrestler and being a lot of people's childhood heroes, and they have the nostalgia goggles on that they don't want to give him blame for certain stuff.
Well, that's true. I can't blame him for this. Somebody broke into your house and handed me a gun and said, kill one of your family members, and I killed fucking Uncle Jack. It's not my fault somebody died. It's my fault. It's my fault Uncle Jack got picked, but it's not my fault somebody had to die. It's what it is. Sorry. You're my least favorite. Uncle Jack, you gotta go.
And it's also the fact that there's certain people that be like, I saw some person in my comments when I put out the, like, I feel for the talent. I think about the talent first. It was like, oh man, so this is a business. This is what WWE has to do. They have to do this, and that's just like, oh. why are we standing up and defending WWE? Like, they need any type of defense.
That's they have to do this. I have seen the people like, yeah, well, listen, this is not a fucking, this is a business. All right. Well, yeah, but this isn't about money. This is about something else. I'm not entirely sure what it's about outside of pure corporate. Makes me sick. I can't hold it.
We got Big Man Doug says they know nobody pays attention to WWE during SmackDown.
What is wrong with that show? I go through it, and I'm like, that was fine, 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 that was fine. I hated that show.
Yo, it feels like it's 3 hours. So it's the longest show, Wrestling Weekly show of the week. And it just feels like nothing ever happens. Like when something happens on the show, like the Charlotte and Tiffy disaster promo, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Something happens, it feels like it's the best show ever for SmackDown standards.
That's a good point. Maybe that's what it is. It does feel like they creep at a pace. There's no real, yeah. I mean, we can say when this started. When do you think this started? I'm going to suggest that.
I think as soon as they went to 3 hours in January.
Okay, we can go with that. I would go a little before that, like 8 months before that.
I knew you were gonna do it. I knew you were gonna do it.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna blame it on Cody.
I'm sorry. Can we just admit that SmackDown has taken on his personality? It's safe, it's competent, and it's fucking boring. No disrespect.
No, because SmackDown was actually good after WrestleMania 40 because of the Bloodline. The Bloodline in Solo, rebuilding the Bloodline, was the interesting story that made me keep watching.
You hated that. Hated the Temu Bloodline.
No, I liked it.
You might have liked it. Most people hated it. Most people hated it.
I don't know.
Solo is not Roman. Blah, 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 blah. Come on, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. I wouldn't watch the Triple H show without Austin Rock. I just wouldn't. Even if you asked me beforehand. Oh, damn, fucking Triple H is the shit, boy. Beat him. You say he beat Austin's ass, blah, blah, blah. Then if I was there to suffer without Austin and Rock there, I would go, this stinks. No disrespect. Cody is.
I did say it stinks. That's the only time I saw Austin wrestling in my lifetime was Triple H on Monday Night Raw.
Acting like I wasn't there for it. Listen, he's macho. He's Edge. He's Triple H. He's Randy Orton. Sorry, Cody. It is what it is. You're on the list. Congrats.
Oh man, poor Cody. Never gonna get the respect he deserves. Jason Edwards says Max Caster getting gored tonight. Yeah, I could see them giving Rhyno 1 loss, 1 win, and he probably gets the win on Max Caster.
Whatever.
We also okay, since you brought it up, Big Man Dogs, he says, speaking of Nick Wayne, did you see Fightful's report that Tony doesn't like large wrestlers because they make his favorite wrestlers look bad? Big Man Dogs, if you believe that crap, I have a bridge in Brooklyn that I want to sell you, and I know it on good authority. I know who started that rumor. It was the person they were talking about in the report that started that.
What do you mean it was this guy? What did you possibly... His contract didn't get renewed, right?
Huh? Yeah, his contract didn't get renewed.
Wasn't this the guy, when the reports came out that WWE thought Swerve was overpaid? Wasn't he the one saying, yeah, they doubting this man. They look down on this man. They don't understand what's about to happen over here. We about to run this shit. That's what you get. That's what you get for attaching your fucking thing to a coon and you got dropped off. That's how coons operate. They only care about themselves and nobody else. Now look at you. On the unemployment line. That's what you fucking get. I'm sorry. Good luck to you. Do better, stupid. Insane. Insane. The only release I'm happy about.
Doesn't count as a release. It's a non-renewal. I've seen the release term is put out to
Oh my god! Wait a minute. So getting dropped with no money.
I don't consider Shotzi a release.
Listen,
Shotzi's contract expired.
Bunch of unemployed niggas. How's that? Niggas on the unemployment line.
That's fair. That groups them together. Yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah.
We got Big Man Dogs, who also said the summer of Solo carried SmackDown.
I liked Solo, especially when he started becoming funny. But I'm not gonna pretend like you guys hate it. It's not my job.
We got Craig Carter in a second who says, I like EJ, but EJ thinks he's Jordan and he's BJ Armstrong. That's wild. That's wild.
I have no clue how good he is. Is he any good?
He's got a great look.
Oh, goddamn. Oh, well. You live and you learn. You learn one. Wait, how old is he? Is he 30-something?
He's 30-something, yeah.
All right, it's too late.
He can go back to MLW, become a star there.
He can still live. He's just not going to learn. You'll learn after you're 30. Your patterns already developed.
Yeah. We got a super chat donation here from Chuck Berries. Thank you so much, Chuck Berries, for the support. We appreciate you, good sir.
Tony Khan! This is also on you! Because you can stop this!
Chuck Berry says, missed you on Tuesday, but had to show some love for the Sports Illustrated shout out on Raw on Monday. Thank you so much, Chuck Berries. Yes, I am Mr. Sports Illustrated now, apparently. Thank you, Rebecca. She's now my favorite wrestler.
This is some egregious shit. Congratulations.
I can be bought. I'm very easy.
Oh my god. Spent months arguing whether fucking this bum or Becky Lynch was the biggest star.
You hate women. Why are you calling her a bum and a scrub? You hate women.
This is outrageous. This is like comparing whether Michael Jordan or Clyde Drexler is the greatest basketball player of all time. What do you mean? No disrespect to Clyde. He's fantastic. But next to MJ, yes, bum would be the appropriate word. No disrespect of any kind. And Becky would have been
disrespectful.
Becky is the biggest female star ever per percentage. And then I got people, SP3 arguing Mercedes is in the conversation. I got even bigger psychopaths like LaRon Ford telling me Mercedes is actually the biggest star. And now here we are. He's Mr. Becky Lynch. This is insanity. What are we
Rebecca
doing?
Quinn, she acknowledged me. I acknowledge her as the GOAT. See, but you should be giving me credit for taking my bias out of it when I made this list. I took my bias and my favoritism out of it, and I just did it by the criteria. I'll give you credit. This is the least offensive way of shitting on my moment. The offensive way was Romeo saying my list is invalid because I didn't pick Charlotte at number 1. So this is least offensive than how he did.
Charlotte, what are we doing? Charlotte's on the list.
That's what I said. I was like, you're being ridiculous. He said Charlotte's a winner. She's the greatest winner of all time. I was like, a predetermined sport. You're trying to say the reason she's the GOAT is because she's a winner. Gotcha.
Come on, man. Listen, it is what it is. It's Becky, and it's not particularly close. We got Charlotte too? I forget.
Yeah, I had Charlotte too.
Jesus. What are you complaining about?
Exactly. That's what I said. I was like, I had some people who told me I overrated Charlotte. So why are you mad at me?
Becky's good in the ring. She's great on the mic. She's superbly charismatic. She gets it. She's a great heel. She's a great babyface. And she's the biggest draw the women's division's ever had. And it's not particularly close. The Rio's gaining, but we got time before we got to have that conversation.
But see, you don't want to give me love for my acknowledgement, but it's okay.
But I didn't even see what Becky said. What'd she say?
She said, I'm the greatest to ever do it. And I'm not just talking. Sports Illustrated call me the greatest to ever do it.
So I just want to make sure what you're asking me. You want me to give you credit for Becky Lynch coming out and saying, you got to see what Sports Illustrated says. Sports Illustrated said 2 + 2 is in fact 4. I mean, hey, they got it right.
I'm very good at math.
You got it right.
Very good at math. I'm very
you got
good
it
at
right.
math.
When it counts, you got it right. You only got to get it right once.
I did love her saying on the 20 greatest wrestlers list, she was on Raw Recap, and she was like, yeah, not only was I number 1 on the greatest women's list, they also put me on the 20 greatest wrestlers list of men and women. I think I was like number 3 or something. She was number 20. But she said I was number 3 or something. I think I was under. She said I think I was underrated on that one, but it's okay.
I love how she's always in character when she's a heel. She's fucking hilarious.
She is I tell everybody, watch that Raw recap because she was so hilarious. The line about Bayley where she popped herself and had to cover her face because she said, this is not friend business, this is show business. Bayley's got this confused. Bayley's so confused that she's paying $100 a month to text her friend. And then she popped herself.
I did see that. That was fucking hilarious. She's just fucking. Becky gets it. She's fucking fantastic. That's some Mercedes and followed her or something before that. So that's probably a return. You're welcome.
Thank you, Davion in the chat. Yes. I've had a banner week. Becky shouted me out, and then I got to talk to Mark Mero earlier today, and I got to ask him about being recognized as a black wrestling pioneer despite being Italian.
Move past Becky. Love that hating ass nigga. No, the GOAT. Sorry.
Oh, like if you were keeping the same energy and saying let's move past Seth, who doesn't understand how to be a heel like his wife.
Jesus, we're back to shitting.
He doesn't. He doesn't want to change anything. He wants to do the same promos he was doing as a babyface. He wants to wrestle the same as a babyface. Oh, it's so frustrating. I want to root for him.
Give him some time. You don't just become. It's a character development, slowly but surely. What, my bad guy now? Twisting my mustache? No, I'm still the same guy. Slowly but surely. Took out Sammy. Then we had Heyman talk. We get more heelish as we go down the line. Relax.
I hope so. Yes. This is correct, Ace. Yes, I do like Becky more than Seth.
This a bitch. I guess it counts for something.
We got Old Nutty. It says Jimmy to women. It smells like fish in here.
That was my Tony Khan impression. That was not me.
It smells like fish in here.
Oh my God, they're gonna fucking clip that. That's how you get canceled. I was not me. It was Tony Khan through me. You understand?
You're an interpreter.
Yes.
Davion says Jimmy would make a fantastic motivational speaker. Laugh my ass off.
I can see that actually. I do enjoy it.
And Annika says, "Damn, Jimmy, she at least Pippin. She should be on the Dream Team. She's at least on the Dream Team.
Yeah,
I had her number 6 just for a WWE career.
Yeah, she deserves it. She's
I think number 5 or number 6. I forget.
She's a chef. She's appropriately there. She's in the argument for top 2 biggest wrestlers ever, or best female wrestlers ever. Just not one. It's no real conversation. It's Michael Jordan, then like 8 guys fighting for number 2.
That's fair. Power Drive finisher. It's like he's talking about Becky. She's growing on me.
Only took 12 years. Though.
Congratulations, Mr. Sports Illustrated. I love that, Patrick Bell. At least you're keeping it. You're keeping the same energy. At least, all I ask for is keep the same energy.
I'm not mad at it. Fair enough.
No, Davion, I don't like. I'm a visionary. I'm a revolutionary. I am Seth freaking Rollins. Welcome everyone to Monday Night Rollins.
I will say, as much as I hate Punk's open, at least it's succinct. This shit takes forever. You skip past that, get to it. Skip intro on a TV show. God damn.
You see the difference when they gave Heyman the Rock and told Seth to move the fuck out the way?
Good
he gives
Lord.
us the best promo, probably better than any promos we heard during WrestleMania season.
Yeah, he went crazy. God damn. I mean, to be fair, Heyman's all time. Seth's not all time. On the mic, at least. He went nuts. God damn. I was shocked how good he was. I forgot Paul Heyman was Paul Heyman. He was too busy doing fucking Shakespeare over there with Roman and him. You can tell he tapped out the last half of that run, by the way.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not really feeling this. I got to be kind of a baby face. That was great. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And the wrestling was good on Monday. Monday was a really good show. Really good show.
I like the post Mania Raws. Although the second one was fine. I didn't think it was great.
Yeah, I didn't like that one too much because Seth couldn't figure out how to be here.
Oh my God. I would go 9, 7.5, and then 8.25.
Okay.
What are you giving that?
That middle one. I was giving like 6.5.
Oh my God, Jesus! You really hate that fucking show. All right.
Seth dragged that shit down for me. I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
Jesus.
It's like, I don't know about that, bro. But let's talk about AEW Dynamite. Last night's AEW Dynamite episode took place from Detroit, Michigan. What did you think about the crowd and the arena that they're in? This was another great arena choice, I thought, in my opinion.
I don't know, great. It was good. That fucking... We were in Boston with Mercedes and Athena.
Yeah, they were in Fenway, MGM Grand Fenway or something like that.
Wherever that was great. This was fine. It was good. It looked good. As far as the crowd goes, they were ass. Crowd was ass. They were putting themselves over. They were trying to what Will Ospreay. Then they were booing people. Boo. Shitty crowd. Boo. Ass.
That is a great term. Big Man Dog said Seth is a sub-timer, not at all.
That's crazy. That's the level of disrespect. What did this nigga do?
Not change his character at all.
Man put on work in the main event, and he gets no credit for that?
Great match. I just wish that he wrestled like a heel.
Against Jey Uso. Last great Jey Uso match you fucking saw. Gunther? Against
the last Gunther, the Gunther match before WrestleMania.
That's crazy. That's wild. How can these guys give Seth no credit for that? That's actually a line on the wire. That's your fucking job, ain't it? You get a paycheck for that. Come on, man. You get a little extra credit. A little.
Let's talk about last night's Dynamite. It opened with Excalibur welcoming us. What did I miss? Oh God!
Yeah, that was sometime.
That was sometime. Yo, Big Man Dog's got it. He won. The Dynamite opened with Excalibur welcoming us alongside Taz and Shoni Schiavone as Hangman Adam Page made his way down to the ring. Page gets on the mic and he says that he never understood after everything he's done why even one fan would cheer for him. But it does make a difference, so thank you. Page shouldn't have to say it, but the past 2 years have been some kind of special hell. After what happened to his family, he wanted revenge and justice. Page took from another man his hopes and dreams, nearly killing him. But after that cage match, which swerved Strickland at last year's All Out, he thought that he'd find some sort of joy. He said he stood at the top of the ramp and he thought that he found it, but ultimately he felt nothing. For one moment, Page thought if he went back to the ring and finished the job, he'd get that closure. But he didn't. The fans start chanting, "Tell us why, tell us why, tell us why." And Page says he doesn't know why, but he took that frustration, bottled it up, and unleashed it on anyone in his way. But all it did was tear those down around him. Page looks right into the camera and said that he never forget or forgive what Strickland did to him, but he'll have to put it behind him. When Page made that decision, he chose to enter the Owen Hart Foundation Cup. He's defeated Josh Alexander and Kyle Fletcher, and finally, come Double or Nothing, he'll wrestle who everyone calls the best wrestler in the world, Will Ospreay. Right on cue comes the birthday boy, Will Ospreay, coming down to the ring. He gets a big pop from the crowd. Ospreay stands in the ring across from his Owen Hart Cup final opponent at Double or Nothing. The face-off gets holy chit chants from the crowd, who switch to singing happy birthday to Will, who apologizes to Page for interrupting his therapy session. He says this is the first time they've ever spoken to one another, so it's a pleasure to meet the Hangman. But in that same breath, he wants to apologize. He knows Page has been through a lot. Ospreay knows how much this match means to Page. Everyone does. One of Ospreay's favorite moments in AEW was when Page took the band of misfits in the Dark Order and showed them leadership. From there, how Page rode that support in becoming AEW World Champion was perfect. However, after Page lost it, everything changed, which Ospreay understands. Last week, after Page beat Fletcher, Ospreay and the fans noticed something Page hasn't done in a few years: smile. While he's aware many want a Hangman to become the main character of AEW again, Ospreay has a problem with that. He's not going to lose. Ospreay brings up that Paige has teared down people around him like Jeff Jarrett, Christopher Daniels, and his friend Swerve Strickland. Ospreay has been doing Paige's job while he's been busy with all of that. He's done the media calls. He's done the meet and greets. He was like, have you been taking pictures with the kids and the families? No, I have. But the best part about it, when the bell rings, Ospreay still shows how this is where the best wrestle. If Paige thinks that he's found his smile, that doesn't mean cowboy shit to him. Ospreay understands that this is about Paige's redemption, but it's not about that. It's about Ospreay's ascension. They stare down with one another. The camera slowly pans from this intense stare down, and we see on the stage as the crowd is booing is none other than the Don Callis family. Callis can barely get a word out, but says that the stupidest day of Ospreay's life was when he left the family. Just to prove his stupidity, Callis asks if Ospreay even knows what he is standing next to. It's a violent, unstable psychopath who put his mentor in a nursery home. This leads to Hangman trying to go after the Callis family, but Ospreay holds him back. He issues a challenge for any of the two Callis members to meet them in the ring in a tag team match at Beach Break next week. Paige slowly removed Ospreay's hand from his shirt as Callis said that they can't even get through a segment without wanting to kill each other. Callis gleefully accepts the challenge so long as Paige doesn't have another mental breakdown before next week. The Callis family leaves as Ospreay and Hangman continue to stare down before they break their glare and go their separate ways. This was made official later on in the show. It will be next week at Beach Break. The Don Callis family, represented by Konosuke Takeshita and the Walking Weapon Josh Alexander, will face Will Ospreay and Hangman Adam Page in what should be a spectacular tag team matchup. But I thought this opening segment, I really enjoyed it. I like the whole journey being broken down by Hangman Adam Page. This is more for like a casual fan of AEW. If you haven't been following the last 2 years, he kind of broke down his whole journey and everything he's been through with Swerve, how it's changed him as a man, how he was doing it for his family, doing it for the right reasons, but he changed him completely. And now he's still on this path of redemption and needs to get back to the AEW World Championship. And I thought that Ospreay gave a perfect response to that and talked about how he's been trying to kind of build himself as the top guy in AEW, giving some story to what should be a great tournament final at Double or Nothing. And I like that they have a common enemy in the Don Callis family, where Don Callis, we've said it once, we'll say it a million times, he's the best non-wrestler in AEW today. He brings so much heat and so much, he can give like these baby faces, which they have a few of them that are over with the crowd like that. They can give them the heels. It really feels like the modern version of like the Dangerous Alliance with the people he has, like Takeshita, Josh Alexander, and Kyle Fletcher. But what did you think?
Is it Takeshita who?
Kyle Fletcher, Josh Alexander.
Crazy. Jordan Pippen and fucking Horace Grant. Fuck out of here. One of these three does not belong.
Makes a good team. Makes a good team. Yeah, makes a good team.
Fucking beat it. Goggles. This was fine. I go more than fine. Hangman was fine. I can do without. I don't know why you people cheering me. I just beat it. Enough. Thank you, Will Ospreay, for saving the day. I'm here for it. Nigga, what? I've been doing this shit. I've been putting the work. Who the fuck is you? You've been murdering people. Now you're the good guy? Get the fuck out of here. My man. Absolutely. Get the fuck out of here.
Jimmy wrote that promo for him.
He's a good guy. He just murdered people. Get out of here. He's burning houses down. He crippled Christopher Daniels. What are we doing? Beat it. Enough. Ospreay's fucking fantastic. And I loved his part of it, which would make this good. But till Don Callis comes out. Now, I love Don Callis. You know this, as you said. the best non-wrestler in AEW. He's here because why? Because we need to set up a match for next week. What time is it? Is it 9:14? Are you fucking serious? We're talking about next week? Oh my God. I'm so fucking annoyed. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. I don't understand. What's wrong with tonight? What's wrong with tonight? What's wrong right now? You're trying to sell me. Gotcha. Not interested. Next segment, please. Next. Get the fuck out of here. Next. Sorry. This just swaps with MJF. No, because MJF fucking his shit is next week. We have nothing interesting to say this week. Nothing interesting happening this week. Get the fuck out of here. A girl came to your house and said, "Oh, you're married. I'll be nice. I'll keep it clean."
You're never nice. Don't start now.
I'll keep it clean. But if a girl showed up to my house in a robe, took her clothes off, and then left saying, "I'll see you next week," that's not good. That's the opposite of good. That's bad. But it gets you excited for no. It just makes me annoyed. Like, I don't want to see her ever again. Beat it. Because you're playing games. Great. They're trying to be cute. I don't need wrestling fans making themselves part of the show. It's my least favorite thing. I don't need you. Tell us why. Then you're gonna what? Will Ospreay? Are you out of your fucking mind? Oh man, I almost lost it. Luckily, he sped it up afterwards.
We got Nutty who says, I feel like this segment went too long, damn near 30 minutes before actual grabs. It wasn't 30 minutes. It was like 15 minutes.
Yeah, but then they had fucking FTR talk.
Yeah. But this segment wasn't too long. I think the segment was the perfect amount of time. If they would have went right to the matchup after it, I think that's better, but wouldn't say this segment went too long.
You know, I can't really complain. I didn't really hate Hangman here like I usually hate his delivery. It worked in front of this crowd of his trying to be gentle shit here.
Yeah. I think he gave a good explanation of his whole journey and where he's at. Like I said, this was a good segment, especially if you're like a first-time watcher, if you're a new fan, if you haven't been watching in a while. He's kind of giving you kind of where he's at along the journey.
Contrary to what Uncle Dave thinks, there are no new fans. The same number.
I know this. I knew you were going to say that. But I'm just saying.
I'm not even thinking about it. There's no new fans. There's no need to explain to anybody what's going on. We all watch. We've all been here from the beginning. You think this is a different 600,000 than the million and a half that was watching 2 years ago? Come on, man. No, we're all here.
Some people missed 2 weeks ago. They were watching the NBA playoffs. Jason Edwards. Jason Edwards says if Ospreay would have said word for word. We got Annika.
I know what you meant. I'm with you. Absolutely.
Lord have mercy. Why are you trying to be on Hangman's hit list, Ospreay? I mean,
I'm scared of that nigga.
He's gonna have to be. He's gonna have to be because they're in the finals together.
I'm here for Ospreay. Fuck's you gonna do? Burn down my house, nigga. I ain't afraid of you.
What's a hangman to an assassin? He needs to hit him with the same line he hit Swerve. What's a kill shot to an assassin?
I'm here for it.
Chuck Berry says, I love how Will makes friends and teams up with people that you have betrayed in the past. First Kenny Omega and now the Hangman. When did he betray Hangman? They barely interacted with one another. That was the whole point. They've never faced each other or really interacted with one another despite being in multiple promotions together.
I'm really looking forward to this match. Well,
happened?
So I'm really looking forward to this match. I know it's going to be great or greatly disappoint me in one way or the other.
You like a disappointment?
I expect both, actually. I expect, like, at the 20-minute mark, me to be going, this is a great fucking match. And then when they're supposed to go home, they won't go home. We'll go another 5 fucking minutes doing fucking nonsense. Then I'll hate it by the end. So I expect.
Did you see what Will had to say about not being a WWE guy?
Insanity. I mean, I agree with his take. I like the fact that he backs his place. But did I really read that he said on his worst day, he's better than them on their best day? Did I read that?
Yeah.
He's not better than Gunther on any day. Unless he's facing Pat McAfee. That's about it.
Yeah, that's his worst. That's Gunther's worst day.
It's not Gunther's worst day. Gunther's about to pull out a fucking miracle. You're going to get 4 stars out of Pat McAfee. You're welcome.
If he gets 4 stars out of Pat McAfee, I will put him legitimately in the running. In the running. He's back in the running. It's been a while since I've seen a great Gunther match. It's been a while.
He ain't better than Io on her worst day. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? Beat it.
Io special.
How dare you?
I said the best two wrestlers, male is Konosuke Takeshita and female is Io Sky right now.
Goddamn right. This cocksucker. This nigga's getting too big for his britches. Watch your fucking mouth. You talk about Io like that.
No, he showed respect to Io. He said he didn't watch WrestleMania, but he heard Io and Rhea and Bianca had a sick match, and he said they're 3 of the best professional wrestlers in the game today, period.
Love that. Make up your mind, nigga. What the fuck are you babbling about? You know, no more microphones with Ospreay. Just stick to flip.
He's talking about overall. He said overall. He wasn't talking about just himself. He said the guys in AEW. He says is better than the guys in WWE in ring wise.
This is insanity. I love that. We excluding Gunther from the conversation. Does he not exist anymore?
Yeah, I think if he was asked about Gunther, or if Gunther had a great match at WrestleMania, he would have mentioned him.
I love that. In the WWE. Is he not in the WWE? I love this. What are we talking about here?
He just only had one great match this year.
This is insanity. We're not doing this.
And it was with I mean, he deserves extra credit because it was with Jey Uso, but still.
This is insane.
Do you get extra credit when it's not with a great wrestler? Like you just tried to give extra credit to Seth Rollins?
Yes, you do. You get extra credit. And you don't lose points for not having great matches as long as you continue to show your work. Like, you bums tried to discount Bryan Danielson for being WWE for all those fucking years. Well, we get him. The new best wrestler in the world is actually Kenny Omega because Dragon hasn't had a great match. The fuck out of here. He's still Dragon. That didn't fucking change. The fuck you talking about? Michael Jordan don't hang it up and then become a bum the next day. That's not how that works. Get out of here.
Michael Jordan hasn't had a 20-point game in a while. That's what they say. FTR and Stokely Hathaway interrupt the commentary team running down the card for tonight's show, and they ask if Shivani or Nigel McGuinness have an issue with FTR. Stokely said that FTR issued an apology to him after attacking him, but week after week, Shivani has something to say about them. And Hathaway, who Shivani called a snake in the grass, Stokely's called Shivani a decrepit, pasty piece of. He was cut off by Shivani, who was pushed back into his chair by Dax Harwood. Cash Wheeler told Shivani to relax and stop being so tense. He says this is about Daniel Garcia, who made his choice, turning his back on FTR after everything they did for him. They said tomorrow night on Collision, it will hurt them a lot more than it will hurt Garcia emotionally. Harwood told Shivani to tell Nigel McGuinness that they'll see him tomorrow. Top guys out. And it is going to be, I think this is going to be the main event for tonight's show. AEW Collision back in Detroit, Michigan, live on TBS. It will be a member of FTR versus Daniel Garcia. I'm like, why y'all can't just announce who it is? Like if it's going to be Cash, if it's going to be Dax, like, why doesn't you have to promote it as a member of FTR?
Unless it's going to be Stokely, this is not interesting. What are we doing?
Yeah. Unless it's a swerve and it's Stokely. That's the only way it would make sense to not promote who it's going to be.
Yeah, but this is a waste of my time. Again, more shit that's not happening on the show. Thank you. I appreciate it. Why am I watching this again? Like watching those infomercials for like old Motown records. I just fucking play the records or fuck off. I don't need to be told how good shit was back in the day or will be tomorrow. I'm not interested. This is insanity. What are we doing? I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not having this conversation.
I love Gunther, but I agree right now.
Clearly.
2025. Walter is in a celebrity wrestling match. He must have pissed off Triple H.
You have. Oh, I'm in nice. It's Frantic World. I gotta be careful. I feel like I pick on Frantic World, so I'm gonna be nicer from now on. In WWE lore, this is actually I won't say a promotion. No, it is a promotion. Full stop. It's a promotion. Fucking Pat McAfee is a promotion from Jey Uso.
Shit. God damn, that might be one of your hottest takes ever.
That is fighting Jey Uso was a disappointment for Gunther at WrestleMania, was it not? Fighting Pat McAfee is going to be the most promoted match on this fucking card.
It's easily the best built match on the Backlash card.
It is easily what it is. No,
they've had 3 weeks to build it, and it's all 3 of them has been home runs. The original angle where he chokes him out was fantastic. Pat's promo 2 weeks ago was great. Woo! And the promo exchange this week was tremendous.
Right. I don't know what the problem is outside the fact that your nerds don't like it. That got nothing to do with me.
No, I said this on
I
said it on Rated Raw Review. I objectively think Pat McAfee is the worst individual wrestling commentator, not just of right now, but of the modern era. I think that he is objectively horrible at his job. Jesus but Christ. When it comes to promoting a wrestling match, he's great at that part.
Indeed. And I expect this match to be good. It's Gunther. He's going to do what he does. He has a great match with fucking everybody.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I'm not shitting on Jay. I guess I am. But that's not my goal. My point is a world title match with Jey Uso when you were considering Seth Rollins or CM Punk or John Cena is a disappointment. Pat McAfee's the biggest match on this card. I said maybe Cena and Orton.
It's going to be the most promoted, probably. Coming out of it.
Yeah. If I'm Gunther, this means I'm in the good graces of the company still. Unless I lose, then I've got to kill somebody.
I think it's going to set up the Goldberg return, though.
Oh my God, this would be like his fucking. I'm here for it. If he fights Pat McAfee and then Goldberg and then fucking Michael Cole and then fucking Tyrese Halliburton, I'm here for it. That should be gone this whole year. Some fucking up non-wrestlers. I'm here for it. I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
I'm proving I could have a great match with a broomstick.
I see some people talking about fucking he should team up with Ludwig and go for the tag titles, or he should. Ew, this is just you guys trying to be wrestling fans and want to see Gunther wrestle people. Had nothing to do with me. Goldberg, Pat McAfee, yes, please, and thank you. See.
Next we get one of the single most entertaining pro wrestlers in the game today. Harley Cameron's here. Harley Cameron is preparing with Anna Jay backstage ahead of her title eliminator 4-way. Cameron says that she has Jay's fat ass in her hand. She's always got her fat ass. And she says that they have the TNA. And Anna nods her head agreeing. She says tenacity and aggression. But Jay says also it's tits and ass. Which Cameron says, yeah, that too. Jay asks Thunder Rosa, Penelope Ford, and Timeless Toni Storm, who wants to get choked out? Cameron says, I do. She's like, not in that way. She's like, she then tells Jay to get on her back, and she piggybacks her out to the matchup.
Look at that face. There's nothing going on in that head. Put that picture back up.
Why is Harley Cameron make everyone 10 times more entertaining than they usually are?
Look at Anna's face. There's nothing going on in that brain at all.
Oh my God, this is you're horrible. Why would you say that? Why would you say that, sir?
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
All right, that was out of line. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you know that. What was that necessary?
I saw the picture.
Nigga made me put it back up on the screen just in case. Just in case he needed visual evidence to be like, I'm right.
I just wanted you guys to know exactly what I'm talking about. Judging by your reaction, you did. You know exactly what I'm saying. No disrespect. It's just what popped in my head when I saw the picture. Harley Cameron is great. She is fucking splendid. I can't get over how good she is. at even anything. This worked to me. I don't need them as a permanent pairing, but if it gets Harley on TV every week, then sure. Harley should be on TV every week. There should be no reason she's not on TV.
I agree.
Dynamite, so I don't watch Collision.
Put her with people that might not be as entertaining without her, like Anna Jay.
Just everybody.
Yeah, I mean, she makes anyone, and she makes Soraya's final year actually enjoyable.
I don't know what her reward should be, but she should get it. She's fantastic.
She's gonna make guest appearances, and she's getting better in the ring. So I think someone else in the chat said it. Like once she gets the in-ring part, she's gonna be the best wrestler in the game.
Oh my God! Would you all stop? She's never gonna be a great wrestler. She's never gonna be a good wrestler, I would guess. No disrespect. Some people just don't. They can't. I don't want to be rude. They just can't. It's just never. Even if they're supremely athletic, like a Goldberg or a Jade, who has gotten better, but you're never going to be Bret Hart. It is what it is. Sorry.
Joe Pearl is in the chat. Good to see you, good brother. He says, I see the vision, Jimmy. Gunther playing in the NBA Celebrity All-Star Game 2026.
Never takes off his jacket and just stands at half court.
He wears the long jacket that he wears in a ring.
I'm going to spend 4 and 5.
And he's like, he says, pass me the rock. Makes it.
Gosh.
So he's 100%.
Go.
We got a bunch of people who said this segment was great. I agree. Harley Cameron's great. So any segment she's in is great.
Indeed.
But that led into our 4-way eliminator matchup. Timeless Toni Storm going up against Thunder Rosa, Anna Jay, and Penelope Ford.
Austin Pop.
Yes. She's the most overact in the company. It's by far.
Good Lord.
Jay and Ford brawled to the floor immediately at the bell while Thunder Tits just looked on. They started duking at it for a bit. Rosa got a fast start with the head scissors and a drop kick into the corner for a near fall. Rosa opted to get the crowd going, ultimately missed the splash, allowing Penelope Ford to fly in with the drop kick of her own to the back for a 2 count. Jay broke it up and knee lift between the ropes, followed by a spinning kick. We get a dive to the outside as Penelope Ford did a moonsault off the apron on Jade and Storm, and then Rosa did a tornillo to the outside. We get some action when we come back from commercial break. Thunder Tits start working together on both Ford and Anna Jay. They hit the springboard drop kick into the corner, and then another springboard as well off of Timeless Toni Storm's back. Then after some stalling, we get Megan Bayne coming down to the ring, and she starts laying out the baby faces, Storm and Rosa. She even goes at it with Anna Jay for a bit. She tries to escape the Fate's Descent, but Ford attacks her from behind, which was long enough for Bayne to clock Jay and lay her out with a massive looking sit out powerbomb that looked like it crushed her ribs. Out comes Harley Cameron wearing a Detroit Pistons jersey. She sprints to the ring with the lead pipe. She was clotheslined by Bayne. She clotheslines Bayne to the outside, but Bayne brings her out to the floor. She decks her with the lead pipe to the ribs a couple of times before they fight to the back. Back to the ring, we get Ford, who locks on an Indian Deathlock on Anna Jay, and this was earlier in the matchup. We had Thunder, I think it was Timeless Toni Storm hit a perfect press on Anna Jay, and Penelope Ford kicked her in the box. So Storm gets her lick back by kicking her right into the box. And then she locks on the TCM chicken wing on Penelope Ford and gets the tap out victory. It's the same move that she picked up the win over Lady Frost on Collision with. It's her new submission finisher as she picks up another win, going 12-0 in eliminator matchups. Despite this being a 4-way, Timeless Toni Storm still picking up the victory here. Post-match, Rosa goes and has a brief stare down with Storm before they eventually do their handshake, their Thunder Tits handshake, and they hug it out as they stand tall in the ring. I like this match. I thought it was a fun four-way matchup. I just would have had someone else besides Timeless Toni Storm get the victory because you do have a pay-per-view in 3 weeks and you only have 2 matches made. So it would have been good to have someone else win this to set up a singles match with Timeless Toni Storm. Preferably, I think Thunder Rosa would have made sense as Thunder Tits collide. I know they've done that in the past, but now it's babyface versus babyface, so it's a different dynamic, and it would have been a good matchup because they have good chemistry with one another and with each other. So I would have liked that, but it's Timeless Toni Storm. I'm not going to get mad at the most overstar getting the win. Jimmy?
Yeah, this was an eliminator match. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm not entirely sure why this match is here at all, since it's not leading to anything, apparently, outside of you get Harley in the show and you get a Megan Bain appearance, which are both wins in general. Match was fine. All this was fine. This was like, I won't call it a palate cleanser since it was so early in the show, but just a way to get entertaining people on TV. 3 of them. So, you know what? Is it the most effective use of 6 women? No. Did it work? Sure, I guess. Serviceable. Good work. Serviceable.
Louisville says the least I've been attracted. I've found the least the least attractive I've ever found Harley. Ill Pistons.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know if I can co-sign that, but I get the point.
Yes. Yeah, and we did get the I think before this matchup, we saw a little teaser for the next star that's just recently signed with AEW as I think right before the Timeless Toni Storm entrance. We saw a toxic spider show up on the screen that was crawling on the screen and then quickly went away. That was a teaser for the newest signee for AEW from Stardom. It was announced by Fightful Select that Tekla has signed with All Elite Wrestling. So I think that they should do more of these teasers because it's going to get like the eagle eye viewers. It always helps to see how much people are paying attention on the show. So I like teasers and teasers like that. You don't need like outright vignettes, but little teasers, Easter eggs like that are fun to kind of build up someone new. And I like Tekla. I think Tekla is a very talented person who is a strong character that stood out, especially after Julia left Stardom because she was in a group with Julia before the Donna Del Mondo. And when she left, she was able to stand out with her promo work, with her character work. So I think she's a good addition to the AEW roster. Have you seen Tekla before?
I've seen a picture of her. She's small. Sorry. That's all I remember from seeing her. She's small. She's very small. She's like, makes EO look like Kali.
I'm pretty sure they're like the same height. You're ridiculous.
Yeah, I think they were like 5'1" or 5'2". Is she any good? Would be the question. And if you had to compare it to somebody currently in AEW, who would she be?
If I had to compare her to anybody.
Fucking Rio?
No. She's not even Japanese. She's Austrian.
I'm not comparing her because she's Japanese. Jesus. I'm talking about her style. I love that.
I mean, it is you, sir. I'm not way out of bounds here.
Whoa.
I'm not way out of bounds here. Just saying. I'm not way out of bounds here by thinking that you were making that kind of comparison. I'm just saying.
All right. It's taking an awful long time. I'm going to assume she's not any good.
What happened?
It's taking an awful long time. I'm going to assume she's not any good.
Well, no, she's different from a lot of the people in AEW right now. That's why I'm like, I don't know off the top of my head who's a correct person to compare her to. She would be like kind of similar in the in-ring style to like a Mercedes Martinez, but like much smaller of a person and probably a much better talker.
What? Well, I'm curious. I am curious. I don't know how serious I could take her at 5'1", but we'll see. We will see.
You sizist. You goddamn.
I am. I watched that Jordan Grace Julia match. I fucking love that match. Great match.
Yo, I said this earlier on In the Weeds. I was like, I was talking about the Ospreay thing, but I was like, WWE, it is very much like the same thing because they cut down a lot of your moveset. They give you like 5 moves to do, but sometimes you have exceptions to the rule. And the Julia versus Jordan Grace matchup was the exception to the rule because it had that botch. That botch changed the whole vibe of the whole matchup. You got actually scared for the woman involved.
Yeah. And Jordan Grace winning is the right idea, assuming Julia's leaving, which I think is the vibes we're all getting. She's out of here. She got one foot out the door already. However, then I saw a picture of Jordan Grace next to Lash Legend.
That was OD. I don't know why they even did that. Why did they?
Never mind. This is the same reason they released the shit about Cora Jade in the Performance Center. Triple H wants some cover when he does what he's about to do next, which is not push Jordan Grace where you all think she would be pushed. He didn't know she was 5'4". What do you want from me? I love Jordan Grace. Big fit. Huh? Her? Oh, never mind.
That's what he did with you said the same thing. That's what he did with Carmelo.
Goddamn right.
Stand next to Cody. He was like,
all I get is these goddamn complaints about no black people. You know what? I'm bringing up Carmelo Hayes and he. Oh, Jesus. The hell is that? No disrespect.
It sounds so accurate. That's why it's funny. It's because it sounds so accurate. Disgusting. I did think Julia should have won because I feel like both Julia and Roxanne have lost way too much for 2 people that are supposed to be getting called up to the main roster. I'm hoping they win the tag team matchup next week, but I don't see it because they're facing Io Sky and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I do see Io taking a pen maybe. I will say this. Can I get another hot take? I'm not sure this is a hot take. I don't know how you guys feel.
Louisville about to fold the back out with the rest of them.
You can see him being actually confused. You can see him pulling somebody off to the side. What the hell happened? That's him? What do you mean? Oh, don't worry. If Oba's not as big as he thinks, he might fucking cry.
Oba stands next to someone too tall. He's like,
what the fuck?
Get your break. Oh, man.
Yeah, oh, right. I'm sorry. I know you all love Roxanne. And that was a really good match they had on Raw.
Great match, in my opinion.
She's not in that category that you will put on. I'm sorry. That was a great match. But if you watch it, she's as small as Io is, but athletically, they're not in the same category. They're not the same group. Io's on another planet. No disrespect.
I think she's getting better as a wrestler because I think that she's figured out how to wrestle like a heel. Seth Rollins should take notes.
Poor bastard. Fuck. Nobody's getting more trash for putting on a great match, having the main best angle. What do you want from me? I'm doing my job.
I want you to be a heel, Seth. Stop trying to be cheered all the time. God damn it. All right. We get the crew, Action Andretti and Leo Rush. They walk in from the crowd and appear to be ringside ahead of the next segment, which is the Hurt Syndicate. We hurt people. We hurt people. Loud ovation from the Detroit crowd as MVP does a roll call before asking where are the best tag teams to step up to challenge them. MVP questions who. So as they like to hurt people, but who will they hurt next? This brings out Top Flight, Top Flight music hits as Darius says that they've been down on their luck lately, but they can't look at this challenge and not see this as an opportunity. Teams like Crew are scared to step up as MVP asks if Top Flight wants to be next to get hurt. Dante says that they know that they're the underdogs and no one has their money on them, but have proven themselves against championship caliber teams before and will do it again. Darius asks if the Motor City wants to see a miracle, and they won't because MJF comes out. He sprints out and attacks both men from behind. He has tape fist and beats the hell out of both members of Top Flight, bloodying both Dante and Darius as he's got his white tank top on and gets some blood splatter on it. MJF wipes very little of Dante's blood on his shirt before he pounds at Darius's head and then delivers a big power bomb to Dante on the edge of the ring frame. He gets into the ring and into Lashley's face as MVP hands over the mic and MJF screams, "I hurt people." Lashley takes the mic and he smiles. I believe he said that he'll have an answer for MVP next week because his mic cuts out as he first speaks, but he's got a big smile on his face. MJF walks to the back as his music plays while the rest of the Hurt Syndicate are smiling, looking at what they have taken out or brought out of MJF here. Later on in the show, we caught up with the Hurt Syndicate once again before the night's main event. And it's Alicia and Toot who catches up with them and asks them what did they think about what MJF did earlier tonight. Lashley is stopped by their legal counsel, Harrison Ledoux, and tells Toot that MJF will have an answer about joining the Hurt Syndicate next week at Beach Break. I'm afraid MJF, the answer is still going to be no, because I think they have a new member already in the group. I think that, yes, it is official today. Cedric Alexander is a free agent, and I think that that's probably what they do, and they're teasing with the legal counsel that they already have a new member of the Hurt Syndicate. So MJF's got to find somewhere else to go. What do you think? What did you think about this segment? I thought this segment was effective, not as good as the last couple of weeks, but they needed something a little bit shorter and to the point, and this was that.
Yeah, I didn't particularly love this. MJF hurting somebody in that way. We've seen him hurt people a lot worse. He fucking almost murdered Danny Garcia. Remember, he was going to fucking set Hangman on fire. Let me finish. No, let me make my point.
Let me make my point.
So him just beating up in the wrestling sense, two bums, no offense. Yeah. And then fucking, I don't know who. I think Swerve wrote the segment afterwards. This is our legal counsel. When he talks, we listen. What? Ew. The fuck? The whole point. Whatever. No. Yeah. Nah. Don't love any of it. I'm not here for any of it. Sorry. It was fine. The grand scheme of things, it's fine. I didn't see Centers yet. I want to see it.
Me too. We got Big Man Dog says this felt like a lazy way to do it. Yeah, this was like, we only got 5 minutes, so let's get to the point and stuff. And it's the fact that Top Flight, they've been losing. They lost to the team that was in the crowd. So I know they explained that the crew is scared to step up, but this made both of them look bad because you got some losers coming out as the only people who want to step up to the challenge, and then the people that actually beat them before is too scared to step up. So you basically buried both teams at the same time.
Yeah, it was an odd way to do it. I must say, them coming out all like, we had a rough go of it as of late. Why the fuck are you here? We're the champs. This is like the opposite of the place you should be. Jesus. Yeah, whatever. I bring in Cedric so we can get this over with. Please and thank you. This is much like the Private Party fucking title reign. This title reign is not going the way I thought it was going to go, even a little bit. I must say. I was ready for all the dream matches with the Hurt Syndicate. It just hasn't happened.
It's like I understand they want to do this program on TV with Danny Garcia, but FTR should already be the ones to come out and challenge these guys. Just decide you want the Hurt Syndicate to just accept that the crowd, they're going to be ridiculously over with the crowd, so they have to be baby faces. Badass baby faces, but still baby faces.
Yeah. If the Bucks are doing their own thing, FTR is doing their own thing. It's an odd time for fucking a super tag team champions. It's a wild idea. Yeah, FTR
and like you, and the only like babyface team that they have that has somewhat a little bit of credibility, at least more than the crew in Top Flight, is Paragon with Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, and all they've been doing is losing to FTR to put them over. So like, what are we doing?
You know what? Yeah, it's a good point. I don't love this. It all stems. You know what it stems from? We're trying to make Collision a thing. It's not a thing. I want you to let it go. I want you to let it go. I want you to move on with life. It's on fucking life support. You keep trying to fucking do it. Let it go. Jesus.
The Young Bucks are backstage. The commentary team pans over to the EVPs and Kazuchika Okada, who are backstage. They scold Excalibur for not having more enthusiasm when throwing it to their EVPs. Okada talks and he tells Kevin Knight, who he's facing tonight in a title eliminator, that Kevin Knight will go night-night, bitch. And then he walks off. Ricochet then walks in and he says that this 6-man tag tonight was his idea, as he knows the Bucks have a Swerve problem and he has his number. He's beaten him twice. He knows how to beat Swerve, just like he knows how to beat Mike Bailey. He knows how to beat Mark Briscoe. So if they follow his lead, they'll be on their way to victory. And they agree, and Ricochet leaves as the Bucks then open their locker room, and sitting there is the Death Riders. I love the only way I knew this was the Death Riders is because Claudio's shirt always glows in the dark. He always wears that pale white shirt. So I knew that was the Death Riders because you could barely see that that's John Moxley standing, kind of kneeling on the chair. Then Matthew asks if there's something that they can help them with, as Marina Shafir closes the door, slams it in the camera's face. This is a nice teaser, the ending part, to kind of tease that the Death Riders are looking to the Elite to actually mend the fence here, as we're heading to Double or Nothing, where we're going to have an anarchy in the arena, and it seems like it's going to be the Elite and the Death Riders in that. And I liked Ricochet. I've liked Ricochet's interactions with the Elite so much. I just want him to join the Elite. He fits in more with the Elite than Jack Perry ever did. Jack Perry, the scapegoat anti-authority, should not be with the EVPs. Cocky, high-flying Ricochet with cocky, high-flying Young Bucks, that works much better.
Jack Perry should not be with the EVPs. Jack Perry should not be with AEW. Jack Perry should not be employed. Jack Perry should be on the unemployment line. He should be number 18. Just haven't been released from.
Why do you always want more people? You just said it's disgusting how where people are losing their job, and now we want Jack Perry to lose his job.
That's different. He's got money. He's got money.
That's different. You hear this nonsense is coming out this
people
night.
Should be. I don't want people to be unemployed because they got to figure out how to pay their bills, how to fucking take their kids to this, how to do that, how to do the third. That nigga is rich, so you'll be fine. Beat it. Hit the bricks. I actually had the same thought like sometime last night. Ricochet kind of works here. They're all perfectly kind of silly for all of Matt Jackson's faults. He's not as good as his brother. He's not a very good promo. He cares too much. Oh, he's not getting to it. The point is, for all of his faults, he is somewhat charismatic.
I appreciate you for keeping it short.
He is somewhat charismatic, as is Nick, as is Okada. Ricochet kind of fits right along with them, as these four people with this kind of strange charisma about themselves, and they're all going to be fucking silly. So I'm fine with it. Keep all the silliness contained to one segment, please and thank you.
Anytime we come up with these great pairings that they stumble upon but don't want to fully commit in, They're never going to do it. It's just like Mercedes and Harley. They're never going to do it because we suggest.
Right? What the fuck? Insane.
Okada on the low. He's got perfect timing on his promos. He says like one line per promo, but it's always very well done.
Yeah,
you know it, oh nutty. You know it. Working smart, not hard.
What the fuck are we doing? Come on, man. What the fuck? Let this go.
Big sexy. We're gonna call him. We'll call him.
Great sexy. You know what? Scott Hall used to call himself the medium-sized man, which I thought was funny. He was like the big man and the medium-sized man. That's what we call Okada. He's medium sexy. This cocksucker.
Medium sexy.
What the fuck? Just doing nothing. That paycheck looks ridiculous. I know it.
All right. We heard earlier in the night that Christian Cage had gotten Nick Wayne a ROH TV title match up on the show against someone from his past. And since we're in Detroit, Michigan, it can only be one person. It was Rhyno making his AEW debut. Nick Wayne was none too pleased to see that it was the Man Beast who got a huge pop from his hometown Detroit crowd. Christian had a smirk on his face as Rhyno made his entrance. Wayne used his speed early on, hitting a missile dropkick out of the corner and then posing before putting the boots in the corner. Wayne kept Rhyno grounded for a bit, but was too cocky and missed a standing moonsault. Commentary mentioned how Nick Wayne was heading to Japan tomorrow for the Best of Super Juniors tournament as Rhyno hits his big belly-to-belly suplex before signaling for the gore. Kip Sabian gets on the apron and distracts the referee, allowing Cage to trip up Rhyno, who looks pissed at him. Wayne charges at him, and he flattens him with a spine buster. Rhyno goes for the gore, but Wayne's able to sidestep it, allowing him to hit the kill switch for the 1-2-3. Yes, he beats him with his father's finisher. Post-match, Wayne went to rip the ROH TV title from Christian, who said he wanted to put it around Wayne's waist. He then drops the title right at Wayne's feet, and then basically just leaves out Kip Sabian like a good son, runs after his father while Mother Wayne consoles Nick after his father abandons him. This was fine. Hometown pop. Hometown appearance. That's it. Kind of. That's how I feel about these Nick Wayne. Last week with Jay Lethal, this was a little bit better recepted because it's Rhyno in Detroit, but just fine. You're muted.
I thought you said fun. You said fine. Yeah, fine, I guess. Sure. It was relatively short. It was relatively painless. There was no gore. I don't know what Christian's doing. I mean, quite literally, I don't know what his plans are. 1 minute he's loving, the next minute he's not. What an abusive parent he is. I don't care about any of this. I'm sorry.
I am just so not sure how the hell we're gonna get to Christian and Cope reuniting out of this.
Cope turns heel.
I'm with it, but how are they then gonna feud with FTR?
Cope is the abusive uncle. I don't need an FTR feud. I'm good. Edge comes back. He has a match with which one? Dak's the better wrestler. Though Cash is gaining fast. We have a match. Cope wins because of course he does. We move on. We're done with that. We're done with FTR. Please and thank you.
Big Man Dawes says this Christian fellow seems like a bad guy. Step Cope.
I hear he might get the Edge name back. Is this true?
Well, WWE basically had their trademark expire, but then they reapplied for it.
God damn it. Yeah. This Cope is heinous. I'm sorry. I don't care.
I was actually getting used to Adam Copeland and that he wanted to change.
Right? What's the name of this Cope shit? Make the deal Cody made. Whatever that deal was, make that deal.
Unless he joins the Patriarch and he becomes Cope Cage.
I don't hate it.
Has a nice ring to it. The Cage Brothers.
He's finally in his shadow. That's fantastic.
That'd be awesome. We see footage from Collision with the $100,000 explosive four-way matchup where Sammy Guevara won $100,000 against Roosh and Kevin Knight and AR Fox. We see the brawl that happened between Roosh and Kevin Knight on that show, and Roosh then cuts a promo saying that Kevin Knight cost him that match and will pay with his blood. If you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Jesus fucking Christ. Shut up.
I swear, Kevin Knight's feuding with everybody, it seems.
It's like they really want, they know people like him, at least the internet nerds do, and they're going to use him, but they have no clue what they're doing. So he's just every place.
He's in different mid-card rivalries, and he's teaming with Speedball Mike Bailey. He's getting involved with the Elite while feuding with Ricochet, and now he started something with Roosh.
It's like, that's not how this is supposed to work. Just because people like him doesn't mean he becomes the centerpiece. He's the Roman Reigns of AEW. Everything revolves around Kevin Knight. And what happened with Kevin Knight? Who did what to Kevin Knight? And who's teamed with Kevin Knight? What the fuck? That's not how this works.
My friend Kevin Knight.
Oh, my friend. Good Lord. You're very Hollywood these days. My good friend. We're good friends.
We're good friends. Yeah, we have rapport. We have rapport. Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith. My good friend. That nigga does not know you. Take out of the lineup. Just stop. You're not good friends with Michael Jordan. Stop
it. Next up, we get Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana, Mark Briscoe, and Speedball Mike Bailey versus the new Elite, Ricochet and the Young Bucks. I'm just gonna go with it. See if Tony Khan catches on. We start off. Ricochet starts things off until he realizes that it might be against Swerve. When he tries to bail, the Bucks weren't having it and get off the apron, resulting in Swerve kicking Ricochet's ass right out the gate. Strickland charged at the Bucks, who hightailed it. Briscoe and Bailey hit great flying Hurricane Radas before Bailey paintbrush Ricochet. The Bucks tripped up Bailey long enough to run distraction as Swerve got caught with a jawbreaker, letting the Bucks hit double corner Insecurity. The Bucks then hit stereo slingshot sentons as Ricochet did a float over senton. But during their posing, Swerve, Briscoe, and Bailey all recovered. Ricochet thought that they'd head back into the ring as a united front, but the Bucks just didn't bite at all, and Ricochet was left on the apron. He's like, that's twice now. Bailey popped Ricochet with a pump kick, and he fell onto the Bucks. Swerve and Briscoe hit double dives on the Bucks as back inside, Ricochet was picked apart with some redneck kung fu. Taekwondo by Briscoe and Bailey, respectively. Swerve was caught with a slingshot facebuster by Nicholas, and Briscoe with a follow-up moonsault off the apron. Bailey was draped over the top rope as the Bucks hit their double stomp, bounce back, powerbomb combo until Matthew did a huge dive onto Briscoe with a slingshot 450 by Ricochet, capping things off in the ring. We then get a huge dive as the crowd is going wild at this point as we go to commercial break. Briscoe was dominated throughout the break, but was finally able to break free when things returned to tag in Speedball. He runs wild with some kicks aplenty, running shooting star press on Matthew, gets a near fall as a twisting Falcon Arrow led to Nicholas cutting him off in the ropes. Bailey managed a Hurricane Rana off the apron onto Nicholas and onto Matthew to the floor. Then we get Bailey rolling through a shooting star off the top rope, but hit the collision course for a near fall. The match breaks down even more with everyone coming in. We get the kicks getting caught and Speedball basically almost hitting a super kick until Matthew basically ducks it, and then he hits Nicholas with one. Nicholas ran in with a destroyer as Swerve hit Ricochet with a house call. Swerve no-sells the Destroyer and then connects with another house call, the Nicholas. Everyone is down in the ring as the crowd is going wild. The Bucks went for double super kicks on Bayley, who roundhouse both their legs away. Matthew briefly matrix out of a super kick, but Bayley took out the Bucks. But before Swerve made a tag and finally got his hands on the Bucks, he delivers a springing uppercut before hitting the gritty double suplex on the Bucks as Ricochet flew in with a slingshot Hurricane Rana, but Swerve held on, catches him from a powerbomb to a power slam. Briscoe hits a rolling DVD as Speedball followed through with a backflip double knees. Then we get Briscoe connects with a froggy bow, but Nicholas saved his brother to break up the pin. Briscoe hits a blockbuster off the apron as Bayley hits the golden triangle. Swerve looks like he's going to finish off Matthew in the ring, but Matthew hits a small package inside Cradle for the flash pin, pinning the former AEW World Champion, as Swerve is shocked that the Bucks caught him with that one and pick up the victory here. The Bucks and Ricochet scurry away and bask in their victory as Swerve, Nana, Briscoe, and Bayley are all shocked here. This was a super fun match. This was another one of those PWG style matches that are on nonstop action. The crowd was going wild for it. They loved every moment of this. It also builds up the little rivalry going on between Swerve and the Bucks here. I enjoyed it. Plenty of fun, which I know you hate. So go ahead.
This was the non-hateable version, or the less hateable version of the match they had last week. This was not egregious. This was not disgusting. Fun? I don't know about all that, but it didn't make me want to fucking turn the TV off. Swerve taking the pin, it puts me in conflict because he's a main event guy. He's getting pinned by Matt fucking Jackson. Fucking clean. Everything about me says this is disgusting. But he's a coon, so it's kind of good for him.
It kind of evens out for you.
You get what you deserve. You and the fucking other one. Overall, this is probably the high point of the night for me. Matt Jackson, yeah, shockingly. I didn't love the show up until this point. This is the first thing I thought was acceptable. In fact, I was going to text you the first hour of this is heinous, but decided to pass on that. This is good. This was good. This was a fun, goofy match.
I enjoyed it. I'm not trying to drop names. I just know these people. I talk to them. Good friends. We're good friends. We got another super chat donation here from our good brother Chuck Berries. Thank you so much, Chuck Berries, for
they
the
go
support.
on Twitter. I don't see how this is going to work. This is absolutely ridiculous. Send.
Chuck Berry says, Rhyno the Man Beast was one of my MVPs of TLC 2 in 2001, but on this night, he is my MLVP for what they did to him. God damn.
Oh, shit. He really don't like that fucking match.
He had to send another super chat just to let us know it was egregious to him.
That shit was ass.
I loved the TLC match from SmackDown a few weeks ago, but I think it is egregious that Dave Meltzer did not give it 5 stars and gave that one 5 stars. TLC 2, talking about TLC 2. He gave TLC 2 4 3/4, and then he gave this one 5 stars. When all this one is the modern version of TLC 2.
I don't know why you people listen to this man. This man clearly, I don't know if he's trolling or if he's lost some brain cells for real. He gave Hangman Moxley more than he gave the Flair Steamboat match. Like, what are we doing? Why are we taking this? Why are we taking this seriously? These are not serious takes. These are not serious opinions. I'm not doing this with you. Come on, man. Knock it off.
What did you give the TLC from SmackDown? I gave it 4 3/4.
I think I'm a 4.5. But it was a great match. I loved it.
Yeah.
It's almost as if Bianca's husband is an actual star. Stop letting this other nigga pull him down. He's a star.
Well, no, Angelo, he worked his ass off in that match.
So did Seth. But so what?
Montez was by far the MVP of that match. He took all the crazy dives, the fucking doomsday blockbuster to the floor, Then the fucking dive into he took the air raid crash through the ladder bridge, the flip dive through the table, and then he won the match for his team. So
jarring. Man, and he went on a Cam show. I watched it, by the way. Fucking fantastic. Watch Cam.
It was hilarious. What streets are y'all from?
I thought he was about to go off when they said they were like, sometimes you gotta be on the bench or whatever. I was like, oh, is he about to snap? Feels like Cam's about to snap. That's fucking great. You niggas is talking about you the street profits. You niggas don't do no street shit, and now you tell me you're happy with being on the bench. This is not Harlem shit, my nigga.
I wish he would have done that. I want to do that. Let's invite the street profits on so I can be Cam.
You scared of this nigga Triple H like he really got a sledgehammer. The nigga don't really have a sledgehammer, B. Fuck that nigga.
He don't got the Uzi. He don't got the Uzi, fam.
But yeah, I need that in my life. Push Montez. Please and thank you. Have him beat Jacob at SummerSlam. I'm hot shotting this. Please and thank you.
What am I not? Yeah, he did give he's given 5 women's matches 5 stars this year. He's trying to beat those allegations. I appreciate
he saw the heat.
Yeah.
Triple H tried to push Odyssey Jones. I get it. I understand. But take it easy. Relax. Your time will come. Oba's coming.
He's given 3 starter matches 5 stars because he heard the complaints that he never gives Joshi wrestling 5 stars. He's given 1 to AEW and 1 to WWE. He's given 3 WWE matches 5 stars this year. He's trying to beat all the allegations. He's trying to beat all the charges.
Come on, man. What are we doing? I got it. I get it.
And literally all the matches he gave 5 stars in WWE, I had at 4 3/4. So I can't get too mad at him. But it's still like, I know what you're trying to do, man.
Yes, you're trying to not get that heat. Yeah, take it.
When he gave it to like the only like giving it to Bianca, Rio, and Io, I told you before, I was close to doing that. I feel like the TLC matchup and the Zayn and Owens, both tremendous matches. I think those is just him trying to beat allegations.
I can see that. Though he does like the Owens type.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish we could move past Dave Meltzer. When's there gonna be another guy that you all can glob onto for star ratings?
Yeah, right here.
This guy.
Right here. Give him the stars.
I mean, somebody with some fucking restraint. Somebody who just doesn't throw them out the window. You don't throw them like Dave throws them, but you still throw them. I mean, I need somebody to keep them in the fucking bucket. They don't.
I only have 6. Only have 6 5 stars this year.
That's insane.
Because I watched so much. I counted them up. I've watched 1,200 matches so far this year.
That is really impressive. A 5-star match is a perfect match. If you've seen perfect 6 times in a year, and we're in fucking May, you need to redefine what perfect means. That's not perfect.
No, I don't need to redefine perfect. You can have perfection more than one.
Let me say something. If you walk down the street and you see 6 10s as far as women go, and you're not at a model show, which you aren't, then you need to redefine what a 10 is. And you definitely should, because you're over there. So you shouldn't see no 10s. You should see highest you should see is the fucking 8.5 tops. I'm just saying. You're not in New York, you're not in LA, you're not seeing no fucking 10s. She's just pretty. That's all. There's nothing wrong with that. She's pretty. That's all. Oh, she's a 10.
This guy's outrageous.
I'm trying to help.
No, you're not.
I'm really trying to help. If you will show some restraint, you will be happy when it actually happens.
I have restraint. I've seen 5. I've seen 6 spectacular, perfect matches. But let's talk about backstage. We get Will Ospreay promo as he's asked by Renee about his tag team matchup with Hangman Adam Page next week when he is interrupted by Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF, who shills shop AEW merch, saying that they can get his Dynamite Diamond Ring, says to make Max richer and you poorer. MJF then tells Ospreay he hopes that he wins the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, gets to All In, and wins his AEW World title. Why? It's simple math. So he can get another easy dub when he gets back the AEW World Championship. Ospreay asks why MJF, if he's so confident, wasn't in the Owen Hart tournament. But he realized that if he entered, Ospreay would drop him right on his head, just like he did at Wembley, and asks if he has the power in his arms back yet. MJF says that Ospreay is the reason that they put instructions on shampoo bottles. But if they ever wrestle again, he'll find out that there's no one on the level of the devil. MJF goes to leave, and Ospreay pulls him in, and he says that he is, as he's on another level. Yeah. Ospreay apologizes to Renee, and things go to commercial break here. I like the back and forth. I could have done without the catchphrase trading, but I like the intensity between the two and the callbacks to their rivalry, because they made him Max bringing up the easy dub reminded me of one of Max's funniest moments from last year is wearing the oxygen tank. Easy dub.
Yeah, we're on the exact same page. This was great until the end. We felt the need to spam catchphrases. Good lord. The fuck? What's going on here? Who's producing this shit? We need pre-show meetings. We need production meetings. Somebody could scratch that. Ew. Lord. No, I'm never going to do that. I'm not going to blame Tony Khan for this. These two are professionals. They're in the big leagues. They're in main eventers. They should have scratched it. We'll end with something else.
I agree. I can agree with that. Greg Carter II says MJF got 3 feuds going on. This guy's Drake.
Yeah, this motherfucker's making up for fucking Kenny Omega. Where the fuck's he at?
Took a week.
I'm
got the part-time
place. Love that. When he said he wanted to be treated like Roman, I don't think that's quite what I expected. That is insane, sir. Show up to work.
To be fair, we didn't get a graphic that says Kenny Omega's returning next week.
Because he might not be.
2 weeks off. Thank you, Ace. Someone who respects me. This guy doesn't want to give me love for getting shouted out on Raw. He's disrespecting my star ratings. This is the worst. This is a toxic friendship. You know this? This is how they define toxic friendships. You're not happy for me.
You and Sports Illustrated getting shouted out is good. I'm happy for you. Your star ratings are awful. This are two different things, two different arguments. We're not going to have it.
Exceptional. I will not take this type of disrespect.
We just got to cut them out. We just got to take a quarter star away from all of them. If we take a quarter star away from all your 5 stars, where would we be at? We'd probably be at like 1 this year.
Match. Yeah, we'll have
see? That's a little more fun. See that? Easy. Light work, baby.
Light work. Have 1 5-star match. If you take a quarter star. See, I've made adjustments. I've listened to I listened to you, and I've made adjustments to my ratings. I don't do 4, 5, 5.5 or anything like that anymore. I do 5-star plus, and that's the highest that I can go. See, I made adjustments.
I thought I saw you give 6 stars to somebody. We've adjusted that?
That's so last year. I haven't gave 6 stars to anything.
All right. Still too many, but baby steps.
Baby steps. I'm listening. I'm taking adjustment. See, even with the Io and Rhea, Rhea, and Bianca, I was so close to giving it 5 stars, but I was like, you know what, Jimmy's gonna get mad, so I'll keep it at 4.
I would give you a pass for that.
Oh, now this.
They were fucking great. They're great. They look great. Bianca, listen, I know she's been around for a while, so we probably take it for granted. I was watching how strong Rhea is in that match. I was watching how athletic Io was in that match. And I was like, there's nothing they do that Bianca can't do. Bianca is amazing. It's insane.
She was fantastic. Fantastic. That's the only fringe 5-star match WWE's had this year.
I don't. Oh, yeah. I didn't give Owens and Sammy 5 stars either.
I gave that 4 3/4.
I guess.
And I gave TLC 4 3/4. Trying to think, did I have any other WWE matches at 4 3/4? Roman, Seth, and Punk.
That was a good match.
Those are the only matches I have at 4 3/4 from WWE this year. Only have 2 from AEW. And I know you agree with one of them. Next up, we get Renee Paquette is sitting down with Jamie Hayter ahead of the Owen Hart Foundation final at Double or Nothing against Mercedes Moné. Hayter says that this means more to her than it does to Moné, who talked a whole bunch of nonsense last week. Hayter says that she wants to get to know the real Mercedes, the human behind the hype, not the brand or the egotistical woman we've seen today. Paquette said that Moné said last week, Hayter reminds her of herself. And Hayter says that that's insulting. Moné runs away like last week, like she owed Hayter money. But Hayter doesn't have Moné's resume, but she has the grit and she has the truth. This isn't about gold or glory. This is about showing that Moné isn't untouchable. She's not the second coming. Paquette brought up the back injury for Hayter, but she cuts her off, saying that Moné is looking past her. Moné bursts into the shot and grabs Hayter by the hair to attack her. They start brawling into the box seats in the arena. This was nice use of the arena. That's why I thought that the arena looked good, because of this whole brawl where I got to see everything. Moné, who just attacked Hayter, tries to run away over and over again when Hayter gets the better of her. Hayter gets a few shots in. Hayter goes for the Hayter raid, and Moné runs away yet again. Hayter looks into the camera and was about to say something, but Moné uses that to her advantage. She runs back out and attacks Hayter from behind. She applies the statement maker until referees and officials come down to pull her off. Moné then stands by the Owen Hart Foundation cup and smiled as Hayter clutches her back. This was a fun brawl. I like Hayter's promo. I thought this was one of Hayter's better promos, and kind of building the story of Moné underestimating her and Hayter wanting to prove herself against one of the best in-ring wrestlers in the women's division and the TBS champion 4 belts, Moné. So I like that they're trying to build the story since they have so many weeks ahead of the Owen Hart Cup final. What did you think?
I feel the exact opposite, actually. This is like my least favorite Jamie Hayter promo in a while. Mostly because I don't like the material. She needs to prove herself. Wasn't she the champ? Wasn't she the baddest woman on earth? Like, prove herself to who? What happened?
Got to prove herself because
the hair dye. The hair dye fucked her up. She's not good anymore. Like, what are you talking about? Come on, man. Though I like the brawl though. I thought it was well done. Like you said, using the arena was good. And Mercedes come back to attack her gives me hope for the pay-per-view. We got a long way to go, but still. Overall, solid. I'd say solid enough.
Look at that. Look at this. We're getting 3 stars for that debate.
God damn.
We got to do better. We got to do better.
Lukewarm material right there.
Huh?
Lukewarm right there.
Lukewarm debate. What you say?
Miz as pay-per-view match.
No, I was gonna say the crowd is gonna get that for Cena and Orton. Gonna pull it up.
Poor bastard.
Thank you, Ninja Mortis. See, some people go.
Oh boy, these kiss asses. Look at this.
Unlike you.
Disgusting.
But he says, love Jamie. He says, love Jamie. This promo was weird. The way she spoke, the words themselves. The match will bang, so let's go.
Yeah, something about it wasn't hitting me. I don't know what it was. It was just like, not the outfit. I'm used to the outfit, but the delivery, it was like kind of arrogant, but she's not saying anything arrogant. She's trying to be humble. Like, what's going on here?
I don't think she's figured out like her tone for a babyface promo yet. She's still cutting promos like she did when she was a heel.
Yeah. Yeah. She needs some more time to make. So I do think she's a good promo. Just I'm never entirely sure what I'm supposed to feel. Though I like it, I suppose.
I like it. Alicia Toot is backstage with Jimmy's favorite, Willow Nightingale. And he brings up her ongoing issues with the Deaf Riders. Nightingale said that she knows the list of people wanting revenge on Deaf Riders is growing, but wants to be the first one to put her fist in their faces when Chris Statlander walks in. Nightingale knows Statlander is sorry and says that if she's just feeling remorseful after losing the Owen. Statlander says she's tried to talk to her in the back, but here is the right time for her to talk to her. But Nightingale reminds Statlander that she could have won the Owen last year, but didn't because Statlander got involved in her business.
Not
Nightingale
true,
stopped
Not true, but all right.
Nightingale stopped Statlander from leaving after she walks away and said that if Statlander wants to settle things once and for all, they can do that in the ring. How about tomorrow on Collision? A lot of sickos wanting to see them wrestle again. And Statlander says if this is how they have to settle things, she accepts the challenge, and the two women shake hands. So it will be a rematch. First time since their legendary street fight at All Out last year. It will be Willow Nightingale one-on-one with Chris Statlander in Detroit, Michigan tonight on Collision. They're trying to make you watch Collision for just one match.
I see. I considered it.
Don't worry. I'm gonna be a good friend, unlike you, and I'm gonna tell you when it's on tonight, and I'll say it's up.
This promo was late. I feel like I cared a lot more about this promo 4 months ago. Still was good. It's fine. It worked. I thought everybody came across likable. But fuck yeah. Let me know. I can't watch Collision. I refuse. Protesting. The protest continues for taking away a perfect wrestling show from me.
Oh man.
For Jack Perry. For Jack Perry. For real.
Chilling with Jay says, I actually been watching old Rambles and I'm still in search for the 5-star debate. I want to say it was something involving Ricky Starks or Daniel Garcia, but finding some classics.
Oh. I mean, we've had some strong debates. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I really enjoyed. I
think the best one is the Becky and Mercedes, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it's the best one. I agree. You agree on that? I mean, sure.
I put you over. You know?
That's hilarious. I saw a tweet that they said wrestling fans always talk about wrestling, non-wrestling things in wrestling terms. When he said my wife left me, he would say my wife turned heel to the kids. Yeah, I get it.
She turned on me. She turned heel on me.
Turned heel on me, brother. Piece of shit.
But I went to the court and I said that doesn't work for me, brother. Oh man.
Yeah. I do enjoy the show. Mostly.
No, we won't be back to review Collision tomorrow. Sorry, Ninja Brothers. We were thinking about switching to Friday, and then I asked Jimmy if he could watch Collision. He said, "No, I will not."
I have things to do. If I didn't, it'd be a no. Luckily, I did. I didn't have to get to that stage. Like, nope, busy.
He said, nope. You told me one time, and that was it. That was it. Chilla with Jay says, I use no cell too much in my life. People now get what I'm saying when I use it.
Absolutely.
Big Man Dog says, my favorite is when a wrestler said he almost died by saying I kicked out.
That's fucking hilarious.
Next up, we get the AEW Continental Title Eliminator matchup as is Kazuchika Okada one-on-one with Kevin the Jet Knight. Kevin Knight comes out to the ring, and he's immediately attacked from behind by Rush. He slams him violently into the steel steps as Dralistico is out to watch the beating. Rush shrugged off the security and then choked out Knight with a cable wire until Speedball Mike Bailey comes down to make the save. He fights off Dralistico as Rush smirked and then bails as he tosses Knight to Bailey, who checks on the Jet. Referee Aubrey Edwards asks Knight if he still wants to wrestle the matchup, and Knight continues to say that he does. So Aubrey tells Bailey that he has to go to the back. Meanwhile, Okada is in the ring and has he has this hysterical face on, like the bell sounds, and Okada quickly spikes Knight with a DDT for a close near fall. Knight got a roll-up of his own, but Okada was up first and hits a massive flapjack. Knight got in a few shots, tried to a monkey flip, only for Okada to turn him around and hits the dropkick, knocking him to the floor off the top rope. We go to commercial break. We come back with Knight fighting back. He hits a sky high for a near fall as Okada scaries to the corner, but Knight met him with an impressive standing Hurricane Rana and then a leaping follow-up UFO splash for 2. Knight went for a leaping DDT, but Okada countered into the air raid crash on the knee. Okada went up top and hits his 0 hang time elbow and then does the Rainmaker flip off to the fans. Rainmaker was countered into an inside cradle for Knight, who followed up with a backslide for another near fall. Knight leapfrogged a Rainmaker into a backflip kick, and then he went up top for the UFO splash, but Okada was able to get his knees up. Okada missed the signature drop kick. Knight connected successfully. He wanted the springboard clothesline, but Okada was able to catch him. He catches him in midair with the drop kick, and then he follows up with the Rainmaker flush. 1, 2, 3. Kazuchika Okada wins this title eliminator. Post-match, Okada picks up Knight and he delivers 2 more Rainmakers. He was about to deliver a third when Knight collapsed, and this brings out his tag team partner, Speedball Mike Bailey, ran down to the ring to make the save again. Okada smiled as he went up the ramp as Bailey checked on his partner, and Okada was laughing at what he did tonight here. This felt like a writing off for Knight, as he is going to go to Japan for the Best of Super Juniors tournament. But this was a lot better than I thought it would be. I thought this was a good matchup. I thought Knight brought out a little bit something of like the Okada that I saw at the end of his New Japan run when he was having really good matches against the youth of New Japan. They brought out a little spark in him, and we got that here where he tried a little bit more than he usually does, especially the final 5 minutes or so of this matchup. What did you think?
I'm not gonna go all that far. He tricked you into thinking whatever. Knight did most of the work here. But fucking using Okada's moves, and then Okada does the moves like, oh shit! Look at him keeping up with the young man. He's just doing a move. He's not. Listen, Kevin Knight, he's not getting up for Kevin Knight. No disrespect, sir. I don't care. I don't care if you're friends with SP3. He's not getting up for you. This was a fun match. It's fine. I have no complaints. I don't complain about Okada anymore. I mean, listen, if motherfuckers can be let go, if motherfuckers can have their contracts expire, you can get paid and do nothing. That's how we get our get back, sir. Keep taxing these billionaires.
Great.
Yeah, this is fine. I'm here for it.
We go backstage to Don Callis, and I have to repeat this again, Jimmy. What the fuck is this man eating? Look at this man on the left. Oh my God. What the fuck is this arm?
He does push-ups before he gets on camera, clearly.
Don
get a
Callis brings up how the Outrunners challenged Beretta and Rocky Romero RPG Vice, but ups the ante and tells them to find 2 more partners to first the entire Callis family. Lance Archer and Kyle Fletcher were standing by with them, so Callis can kick. It says so he can kick their asses like it's 1983. Jesus Christ! I could not pay attention to this promo because I was like, this man has just ate a cow or something. Like he's ridiculous. He gets bigger every week.
Thanks, I love a Kyle Fletcher. That group. Take the cash away from that group, you realize it's like taking Kobe from that Lakers team. Like, hey, this team actually is not quite as great as I thought it was. But hey, you still got Pau Gasol over there, and Kyle Fletcher, who is not against working out. We'll say. I don't know if he's on that. What is it? I don't know if he's on that chicken and rice diet, but I do know he is working out. Good on you, sir. You're going to be a star in this business. Keep it up. Who's facing who? I didn't even catch all this.
It's the Outrunners and 2 partners versus the Callis family.
What is Kyle Fletcher, Seth Rollins? This is my payback for putting in work. I get the Outrunners? Are you fucking serious? I give you a great match and my payback is I get shat on. That's not how this is supposed to fucking work. What the fuck?
We're gonna get you a W. Get a quick dub. He's the guy here who's gonna get the victory. I like that. Kyle Fletcher ate a kangaroo.
I will say this, if you don't mind. I appreciate you trying to promote things, but nobody needs to promote this 8-man tag. You can just put it on the fucking card. You can just fucking do it. It's fine. Please and thank you.
It sounds like a collision-ass match.
It certainly is. Good Lord. What the fuck? Protein helps the body. Absolutely.
It does.
Sure.
It does. He's doing great things. He is a beast.
I just work out. Right.
Kangaroo mongoose and Vegemins.
Hey, listen, man. We can, yes, sure. We'll go with that. I'm good with that. Just like Orton and Styles. I'm sure it's just work out. That's all. You work out, take time, get back in there. Fucking Jordan Grace diet. I'm completely clean. It's like, right.
No, Jimmy, no.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
I don't know why people say I'm on steroids. I'm completely clean. Ma'am.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
What are we doing? Like, come on. I'm pro you doing it, but don't fucking lie to me. Right to my fucking face. Seriously? Come on. 5'4". You walking around fucking can't fit through doorways. Would you knock it off, please and thank you? Knock it off. I've heard your voice before. Your voice didn't sound like this. Why do I have to pretend that it did? Come on, man. Knock it off. Knock it off.
You gotta love it. Yeah, no snitching. Snitches get stitches. But we get Samoa Joe up next in the main event against Claudio Castagnoli. And one more big matchup before the steel cage match for the AEW World Championship next week at Beach Break. Castagnoli made his way to the arena in, I believe, an elevator for his entrance while Joe conducted the crowd chanting, "Joe's gonna kill you." As both backed into the corner, Castagnoli hit a cheap shot uppercuts on Joe for a bit there, laying it in on Samoa Joe. He got some cheap shots as well before Joe sidestepped a charging uppercut and sank in the Coquina clutch, but Castagnoli scurried to the ropes. We get the fight spilling to the outside. Joe brutally slammed Castagnoli into the barricade. Castagnoli's sheer power, though, picks Joe up and drapes sniped him on the barricade. Castagnoli charged in, but ran into a Uranagi right on the floor. That was a stiff bump. Joe dusted off an old ROH goodie as he hits the old leg kick against the rail. Back inside, Joe connects with the corner Insiguri. He looks for the muscle buster, but Castagnoli able to bite him and then zoned in on the arm. It was all Castagnoli during the commercial break. He gets a Cobra clutch on Joe at one point. Joe was able to fight free with a beautiful snap power slam for a 2 count. We get the Manhattan drop, big boot, running senton signature combination from Joe, but Castagnoli went to the eyes once again and hits a wild uppercut for a 2 count. Picture perfect springboard uppercut by Castagnoli, who signals for the giant swing. He looks like he's about to do it to Joe, but Joe fires off an up kick, causing Castagnoli to fall right into his arms, and he locks on the Kikina clutch, and Castagnoli immediately taps out. I like that finish. It put over the Kikina clutch as an instant kill for Samoa Joe here. Post-match, Joe stood tall in the ring as Wheeler Yuta, John Moxley, and Marina Shafir appeared through the crowd and came to ringside. It looks like they're surrounding the ring when Powerhouse Hobbs runs down with a steel chair and stands by Joe. Hobbs then waffles Claudio in the back repeatedly with a steel chair. Moxley looks on impressionless at all of this as Joe sets up the chair, and then Joe delivers a front face suplex onto the steel chair, crushing Castagnoli's ribs. A bit of payback for what happened to Shibata and Hook over the last month. Joe then stares down with Moxley while holding the steel chair high in the air as they hype up next week's main event for the AEW World Championship, Samoa Joe versus John Moxley in Chicago inside of a steel cage. What did you think about this main event matchup? This was better than I thought it would be. I like it. It was hard-hitting, and it just was straight to the point pretty much.
You better you thought it would be. You want to tell me fucking Claudio's still Claudio. He isn't. He's a 50-year-old man. No disrespect.
40.
That aside,
He's 40.
40 what? 40 what?
46. I'll check.
Jesus. Oof. I mean, we'll be there soon, hopefully. But I'll need to watch it. No, thank you. Match was what it was. Not a main event, in case you all were wondering. Sorry, it just doesn't qualify. But it was a good enough match. I liked the post match.
44.
Hobbs, 44. Okay. Congrats. You're very slow. I don't mean to be rude. I mean, compared to where you used to be, you clearly slowed down. Is that wrong? It's natural.
That's accurate, but don't say you're slow. You're slower than you used to be.
You're slower than you used to be. And you're a big man, so you're not the fastest motherfucker in the world to begin with. Your offense has gone from deliberate to plotting. No disrespect of any kind.
All the disrespect is in the world with this man.
But that match was fine. Post-match was good. I'm never going to get excited for a Moxley matchup ever. I think I'm done with all Moxley matches in general. Moxley and Joe, Moxley and Ospreay, Moxley and Darby. Moxley, once he loses the belt, I'm kind of just over it. I've had my fill. I'm good. Never need to see another Moxley match. Please and thank you. Let's just get
again? Damn.
I mean, for what? For why? We know the finish. We know the finish.
Moxley wins, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, and you know what? You mentioned it when you said he stands there emotionless or whatever. I was like, that kind of what separates him and Roman. Roman knew he was in like a fucking High School Musical, so everything was like over the top while all these things were happening. Moxley still tries to play like this is some serious wrestling shit. It isn't. This stinks. No disrespect. Nothing about this is serious. This is ass.
So apparently we missed Javon Evans going at it with Ricochet on social media.
Shit. What?
Ricochet, I think, was responding to a fan who was basically comparing the two, and he says, "I'd squash him." And Javon Evans replied, "My bad. I just got done training at the Performance Center under Shawn Michaels. Something that you don't have or do. But I bet your brown egg head ass would squash me if Tony told you to. Too much love, OG." hashtag young OG, hashtag Tupac of this generation. Ricochet responded, brother, I was learning from Shawn Michaels when you was like 12, then went on to become multi-time champion. Let me know when you win one, little boy. And yeah, if Tony asked me, I definitely beat your ass, cuz.
Ricochet trying to sound tough is crazy. Go ahead. Holy shit.
Javon responded, you learned from HBK when I was 12 and became a multi-time champion. Now you're wrestling in front of 2,000 people every week for a crackhead. Talk about an upgrade. Am I right? Hashtag the young OG. He says, sounds like Mr. Khan isn't giving you enough attention, so you had to come from a successful ass youngin. 100%. You're giving me the most views on my posts, and I'm finally helping you get the most attention you've ever had in your career. Shrug emoji, all love, heart emoji.
These two phony ass niggas. Holy shit. First of all, anytime you call anybody a crackhead, it's just funny. Doesn't even matter who it is. It's just anytime somebody's called a crackhead, it's just funny. What the fuck? Javon, I like Javon. He's like 12 years old. I do like Javon.
Yeah.
However,
he is like.
I would be a little more careful. Listen, you never know how the cookie crumbles. Listen, shit happens. Shit can go sideways. Let me say something. Out of all people, if you fucking tear an ACL some shit, you're fucked. So that AEW call you might need to make a few years from now. Just be a little. I'm just saying, be careful, sir.
And you're one to talk, dude. You perform in front of 200 people every week.
I'm 21. That nigga's 50.
He's like, I'm 12. Like, what I got to do?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Ricochet can afford to do it because Ricochet's a name, and WWE will let you talk about their fucking mothers and resign you because at the end of the day, it's the only money's the only thing that counts. Tony Khan doesn't feel like he's in that space just yet. He feels like he'll take that shit kind of personally.
Yeah, and Tony Khan has proven he's very petty.
Yeah, so I'd be careful, sir. I'd be careful.
Hey, those youngins, you can never tell them anything.
That might work out. That might work out.
Yeah.
How tall is he?
6'2".
Okay. A couple more years, Triple H will have shrunken down as you get older. You know, your body fucking slides down. He'll be like eye to eye with Javon Evans. Like, finally, hey, bring it in.
He's like, finally. Where's the rest? No, he go hug him and be like, where's the rest of it? He just skin him.
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. Oh, god damn it. I can't get the
He's
fucking
like,
break.
god damn it. He's tall, but god damn, where's the rest of it?
Oh.
He's like, Jordan Grace, let me talk to your guy. All right. We've made it to the end of another edition of AEWramble here. Oh, God. We're missing everything on social media, it says. Oh, Nutty said Jonathan Coachman called Bailey washed up.
Sir, what the fuck? Oh, Coach. He had such a great take on The Rock and Triple H a couple weeks ago.
He did. He was excellent. I was like, I agree with Coach. Oh, my God.
What the fuck? Bailey washed up. It's insanity. He tried to hit. I'm calling it.
Well, to be fair, Ninja Mortis Ricochet was never released. You had me in the first half, but he was Ricochet left. He just left. He decided to leave. Actually,
he wanted more out of his life. And to be fair, he's gotten more. I don't know about much more. It's not looking as great as he did a fucking month or two ago, but the Bucks, that's not bad. Take that.
Yeah, just listen to us. Just listen to us. Let us take the pen. Put Ricochet with them. But we've made it to the end of AEWramble, and of course, final call for super chat donations. And let us know your match of the night, your MVP, your LVP, whether you gave the show a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle, and out of 10, what did you give this show? For me and Jimmy, for the May 7, 2025 edition of AEW Dynamite in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up across the board from both of us. Jimmy, out of 10. What you gave this show?
Nope. You first, sir. Not fun for the okie doke. Go ahead. I'm gonna write mine down. You can't add it.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Always. Boy, 5 more. I know us. We've been doing this show for how many years now? We're going on 4 years of doing this show. Y'all need chilling with Chase. Please let us know. You're watching the old rambles. How many times have I been 0.5 higher than Jimmy? I think it's a high 90%. And I probably always been 0.5 higher than you. You need to do that every week. That popped me. Do that every week.
Yeah, good show. A good strong. 7 is that's fine. Fine show. First half I did not love at all. Hangman and Ospreay was good, but after that, Lee. Second half I thought was significantly better, mostly because I watch AEW for the wrestling. I don't need you to try to sports entertainment to death. You're not great at it unless you're Harley Cameron. No main event. This was fine. Fine show.
I think next week will be better. I think we'll be.
I hope so.
Yeah, I would hope. But yes, I love that. Chase said, laugh my fucking ass off. I'll crunch the numbers. Give me 2 weeks. He's gonna be our statistician in 2 weeks' time. He's gonna tell us what's been the percentage. But yes, let us know in the chat who you have for match of the night. Jimmy, what was your match of the night?
Probably the 6-man tag. I surprisingly enjoyed that, considering how much I hated a similar match last week. 6-man.
Yeah, I got to go with the 6-man. That was a lot of fun. I thought everybody worked well together. And like I said, the new elite, Ricochet and the Young Bucks, they work very well together. Jimmy, who was your MVP for the show?
MVP is close for me between MJF and Will Ospreay. So I suppose I'll give it to them both. They both had a couple of good segments, and then they both kind of botched it at the end with the segment together. But overall, solid work from both.
I'm going to give it to Ospreay and Hangman. I really like that opening segment a lot. And LVP for the show.
Shit. I'm going to go with Nick Wayne and Rhyno. Just yawn. No, Rhyno got a paycheck. If I shut up in front of the hometown crowd. You know what? I'm giving it to Nick Wayne. Yawn.
I'm going to give it to Top Flight. They look like fucking losers.
They did look like shoppers.
Fucking losers.
That hasn't really worked out the way we thought it was going to for them. That's a fucking shame.
Yeah. I had so much high hopes for them, and now they're basically like an uncharismatic version of Private Party.
Damn. Yeah. Flip's not going to take you so far.
Very true. Jimmy, thank you as always for joining me. A bunch of people agree with our takes here. Ace gave MVP to Hangman, so did Power Driver Finisher.
Seriously?
Gave MVP.
Both of that horseshit? What was me? Oh, me? I've been fucking people up. I'm so sad. Are you serious?
Davion gave it to Paige and Ospreay. LVP to Top Flight. He gave the match of the night to 6-man tag team matchup. And pretty much everybody, the majority is on your side with a 7 out of 10 for the show. A couple of people gave it a 7.5 like I did. So kind of in that range this episode, 7.5 range, which we're always pretty accurate. So we're always pretty much in between with the chat, it seems. Well, Jimmy, thank you as always for joining me here. Of course, we'll be back next Thursday to review Beach Break, which looks like a big show. Looks like we're going to get our once a month pay-per-view edition of Dynamite with this show next week in Chicago. Quick predictions before you give your plugs. Joe versus Moxley.
Moxley. motherfucker.
Moxley, for sure.
Yeah.
And the Hollis family versus Ospreay and Paige.
MVP. Javon Evans. Agreed. Callis family? Yeah, Callis family.
I'll go with Ospreay and Paige for that one.
I think so.
And Nutty. I love Nutty. He sounds like you. He said MVP is Willow, always Willow when she's on.
Oh, good fucking Lord. Real quick question. This is an odd question, but I just thought about it just now. Ospreay stopping Hangman from going outside. That lasted a little long, did it not? You think Hangman will react a little faster? Like, get your fucking hands off me, right?
I think he was more surprised, like, what the fuck? Like one of those, like, what the fuck? Jimmy, let everybody know where they can follow you on social media. What you got going on your channel?
At Twitter, at Jimmy Macram. On YouTube, at Jimmy Macram. Watch TV shows and movies, including Daredevil, Born Again, SP3. Episode 9, the finale, should be up tomorrow or the day after. Depends on when they copyright block it. We'll see how that goes.
You can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. Check out all the great content we got on the channel. Follow us Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at TrueHillHeat, patreon.com/TrueHillHeat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content. The best way to support us when we are not live here. I will be back live tomorrow, 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time, with our WWE Backlash 2025 preview with Maggie, talking all about John Cena versus Randy Orton, Gunther and Pat McAfee, Becky Lynch, and Lyra Valkyria. And of course, I'm rooting for Becky. Thank you, Becky.
This motherfucker. Did they add that Punk match to the card? Punk and they really not giving anything on this fucking card. Jesus.
5-match merchant.
Lord, they're having a good 5. They put the EO tag on there. You not put the Punk tag on there. What the fuck?
No. I told you on Monday. I was like, next week's Raw has a better lineup than Backlash.
God damn it.
For Jimmy, it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been AEWramble, episode 197, Ascension versus Redemption. We are signing off until